it is, the opening contest of Night 2 of PWG's Battle of Los Angeles. Myself, Excalibur, here with my brand new broadcast colleague, Bryce Remsburg. Bryce bearing a striking resemblance to the man in the ring right now.
He's very handsome, I won't lie to you, very handsome man.
And of course we were talking about Disco Machine and how much Bryce resembles him. But this is a contest between Disco Machine and Austin Aries. Both men, this is their first time in the Battle of Los Angeles tournament, I believe. And this is a big test for Disco Machine, not only for Disco Machine, but also for Austin Aries, who we see sporting some taped ribs.
Yes, he had a rib injury on a recent trip to the United Kingdom a few weeks ago. And hopefully that will make him less, perhaps will make him less awesome, as some say.
Well, he is known as Awesome Aries in some circles, mainly this circle that is the rectangular PWG commentary booth. But Awesome Aries taking on Disco Machine, and what an opening contest for night 2. Austin Aries making his return to PWG not too long ago, I believe in the month of May at Please Don't Call It the OC, and that was his first time since December of 2004 in PWG at Uncanny Xmas. And now Disco Machine and Austin Aries lock up for the first time. Austin Aries got the headlock on Disco Machine. Disco looking for a way out of it with the hammerlock behind Aries. Now Aries goes through, drops him down with a drop toe hold almost. Disco goes to his back though, trying to avoid the takedown, but Aries still manages to get a side headlock on him.
Yeah, but definitely have to figure that because of Austin Aries' infrequent trips out to Los Angeles here for PWG, Disco Machine is playing with a home field advantage with the crowd and everything. And Disco Machine's a guy who's been around PWG since day one, so definitely a force to be reckoned with, and looking to make a name for himself. Both these guys here in Battle of Los Angeles.
Well, I would say that they both have a name made for themselves already, Bryce.
True.
But looking to make a name for themselves as Battle of Los Angeles winners.
Yes.
2006
yes.
Battle of Los Angeles
which is the year to win it. No offense, Chris Bosh.
Yeah, Chris Bosh, who some thought would be known as Mr. September, kind of like how Reggie Jackson was known as Mr. October. Sure. But Bosh not entering the Battle of Los Angeles tournament. Only one Dynasty member is in the Battle of Los Angeles tournament. The Dynasty, of course, Joey Ryan, Scott Lost, Chris Bosh and Scott Lost tag team champions, Joey Ryan world champion, and Scorpio Sky. Scorpio Sky will be facing off with Frankie Kazarian later tonight. And this is the first Austin Aries impressive maneuver, hopping up out of the leg scissors by Disco Machine, drop kicking him square in the face. Now Aries maintaining the advantage. Disco, I believe, stunned by it, but Aries staying on top of him.
Well, it's been fairly sportsman here to start, but you got to wonder how long it's going to take Disco Machine to realize that those ribs are a target, just glaring.
Disco Machine with a cross body block takes down Aries. Aries throws the clothesline. Disco ducks under, comes back around with the head scissors, takes Aries down. Aries out of his element and taken down by the drop kick. Disco Machine sends him to the outside. And now Disco Machine going through tope through next to the ring post, taking Aries down. I think Aries thought he was safe with the ring post between himself and Disco, but Aries taken out by that big dive by Disco Machine.
Disco taking out all the stops here, knowing how important this match is, doing whatever it takes to win. Going to the second round, and the winner of this match would face the winner of...
That's a good question.
Well, we'll find out together.
I believe the winner of this match faces the winner of the next match, which is between Davey Richards and Ronin. Ronin, replacing TJ Perkins, who was unable to make it tonight. But Disco Machine coming up with nothing on that dropkick. But as I was saying earlier, Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky, this is their first meeting since first singles meeting since Scorpio Sky cut Frankie Kazarian's trademark hair. And so that is, of course, going to be a heated contest, as well as we have Necro Butcher versus Super Dragon. Super Dragon's first match back in PWG in almost 4 months later tonight. Disco Machine sent to the corner. Aries with the clothesline in the corner. The snapmares him out now, sends to the middle rope and drops the elbow right on the trapezius muscles of Disco Machine.
The second floor. There are also some non-tournament action coming your way tonight. The PWG World Championship is going to be on the line, and the PWG Tag Team Championship also on the line at this very important show.
Gut-wrench suplex by Aries takes Disco down, covers him, and now only a 2 count, says referee Bryce Remsburg.
Yeah, fine counting skills, Brian.
I would say as long as he can count to 3, that's all he needs.
That's all I need. Sometimes 20.
Well, only in a rare instance.
Yeah.
And now Aries again putting the boots to Disco. Aries with the advantage here early on. Disco just being rocked by those hard kicks. And I don't know if fans can see it, but there is we do have a celebrity in the crowd from Flavor of Love. Miss Tiger is in the crowd.
Yeah, see the DVD experience is not complete. You got to come to the shows. You got to come to Los Angeles and see these celebrities.
Where else could you see a woman that kissed Flavor Flav?
Where else? Where else but Los Angeles?
Flavor Flav, who I liken to the world's ugliest dog in human form. I mean, if you took a picture of the two, put them side by side, you'd definitely see some similarities. Disco Machine trying to get the crowd into it, but Austin Aries just on top of him like the world's ugliest bulldog, some might say. But
yes. With bad ribs.
Yes, but Austin Aries with a shot to the ribs with Disco Machine.
Oh, Gourdbuster.
Yes, Gourdbuster. Excuse me. And now Aries goes over almost like an Indian deathlock, just pulling up on the chin and jaw of Disco Machine, just stretching him, trying to make the back of Disco's head touch the top of his posterior. But Disco trying to make it to the ropes, anything to get Aries off of him.
He might have realized that he had left his all four of his limbs untouched there, and decided to hook up his arms. Maybe almost a Rings of Saturn move, you know?
Yeah, Aries has used that in the past and to great effect. And that could be something that Disco has to look out for, or perhaps Austin Aries' Brainbuster, which he has won many a match with.
Well, I've seen Austin Aries implement the 450 before. I don't know if the 450 is going to be his best plan of attack with a sore set of ribs, though.
Disco Machine catching Aries in the ribs again and again. And now we see Disco Machine with the advantage for the first time in this match.
That might have taken more out of Disco, though, as that dropkick, he went all the way down to the floor. And now, like I had mentioned, maybe just a matter of time now before Disco realizes that he wants to target those ribs, bring Austin Aries down to his size a little bit, now stomping away.
Disco Machine going to work on the midsection of Austin Aries. You know that breadbasket has got to be aching.
Yes.
I think it's full of some French love, some baguettes, if you will.
Mayhaps. Utilizing every second of that awesome 5 count in the corner.
And what a 5 count.
Yeah, boy.
I have to compliment you, even though you complimented yourself.
I'll compliment you later.
Now Disco Machine changing up the pace a little bit, going to work on the shoulder of Aries. I'm not sure that's the wisest maneuver. But Aries being backed into the corner by Disco, trying to get some shots in. But Disco now firing his shoulder into the midsection of Aries. Aries is in a very, very bad situation here. And this could be the opportunity that Disco needs to win this match.
Absolutely.
Takes him into the corner. Again, takes him back pillar to post. Again for a third time. And now brings him out. Backdrop takes him down. Aries, you can see, clutching those ribs.
Right on the small of the back.
2 count only, but Aries stunning Disco with that unorthodox kick out. But it could be what Aries. I was going to say it could be what he needed to stem the flow of Disco's advantage here, but not quite.
Effective nonetheless. I thought maybe that with the Rings of Saturn we were going to see Austin Aries go Mike Bell on the Disco Machine, but it seems that Disco Machine has equalized him here with shots to the ribs, those pillar to post shots. Now sticking with it there, Wrestling 101, taking a body part, working it down,
and just breaking him down. And now Disco Machine, you see him again with the ribs and working over the ribs, and now Disco, he seems to, now what's this? Aries goes up and over, rolls him through, 2 count only, and now Disco Machine cutting off Aries. Aries just had to come back with that sunset flip, but Disco Machine keeping on him with those hard right hands to the ribs and midsection. And Aries is not out of this match yet with those hard forearms to the face and the side of the head of Disco Machine.
Absolutely not. Austin Aries, former Ring of Honor World Champion, current Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion.
But now Aries comes back and drops Disco down face first on the mat.
It's been all over the world, and it's going to take more than a little bit to put away Austin Aries, especially with such prestige on the line here at round 1 of Bola.
The 2006 Battle of Los Angeles.
Right.
Aries making his way back up to his feet first. Now Disco Machine throws it close. Aries with a shoulder tackle takes Disco down. Another shoulder tackle takes him down. Could be going for the trifecta here. And he does. He hits 3 in a row. Disco down to the mat. And Aries now with the crowd right behind him, exactly where he needs them. Now Aries sending Disco into the corner of the short way. Jumping knee. Catches Disco right underneath the chin. Aries
side salto.
Takes him down. Hooks the leg. Only a 2 count, says Bryce Remsburg.
It's true. Austin Aries trying to become Rick Dees and perhaps make Disco Machine into a disco duck.
Wow. A lame duck, if you will. Yeah. Disco Machine, again, with those right hands to the ribs, just going to work on the midsection of Aries. Oh, big clothesline.
Austin Aries, a sitting duck.
That's all right. A 2 count only. Disco able to kick out after that surprise clothesline. Austin Aries, much like the Furby craze from the late 90s, surprise color eyes.
The craze.
Never know when he opens his eyes what color there will be behind those eyelids. Disco Machine finding that out.
He's like a chameleon with his eyes. He adapts to situations.
But Disco Machine, hard right hand to the head. Disco's not out of it yet. Don't count him out. Going, what is this?
Whoa.
Power slam off the middle rope, takes him down, hooks the leg. 2 count only as Austin Aries somehow able to kick out. You can see the damage has already been done as he's clutching those ribs, that injured midsection of his.
These two back and forth, a testament to how evenly matched they are in this contest. Disco now back to his feet.
You can see though the toll it's taken on him. This hard-fought match with Aries early on in the second night of this tournament, and now Aries being brought back up to his feet by Disco Machine. Disco Machine going for a choke breaker almost. Now he's got him hooked up for it. Aries though, back elbows out, front elbow, and now brings him up for the brainbuster. Takes him down. And Aries rolls over the top. He's got him hooked up. Oh, what is this? This is the Rings of Saturn. The awesome Rings of Austin Aries. And he's cranking back and just, now he flips the leg across the face of Disco Machine. Disco trying to make it over to the rope. But Aries, you can see, is cranking back. Just violently cranking back. And Disco Machine is in the center of the ring with nowhere to go. Aries comes down, Disco Machine taps out. And Austin Aries advances to the second round of the 2006 Battle of Los Angeles.
31 seconds. Moving on to Battle of Los Angeles, Austin Aries.
And now on to the second match of the evening as Davey Richards, some may say the tournament favorite, taking on Ronin, who obviously last-minute substitution is the dark horse in this tournament.
Absolutely. TJ Perkins unable to make it, perhaps because
taking too many TJ Perkins sets.
Oh, what? TJ Perks. Ronin may have done something. Maybe Ronin saw an opportunity and ran him off the road or something. Who knows?
Indeed. Not only do you get the honor of being known worldwide as the 2006 Battle of Los Angeles champion, you also get that visit, that extremely important visit to the pay window.
Yes. And it's all really about the pay window and perhaps a swank trophy to put in your living room.
The trophy. Some wrestlers like to, some athletes, I would say.
Athletes. Sports entertainers.
No, not even that. I'm going, professional athletes.
All right.
Football players, basketball players,
sure.
that sort of thing. They will, they will come home with an NBA ring or something like that. They'll give it to their mother. Good guys like Chris Bosh last year. He saw his mother actually trying to shine his trophy. He slapped her.
Wow. You don't mess with Chris Bosh. Oh,
Ronin giving.
I think it's a roll of the dice. I think it's a gambling maneuver he just performed, maybe?
Giving the crowd the business, as some may say.
Maybe even the business.
And Davey Richards and Ronin going for the Greco-Roman knuckle lock, but Ronin thinking the better of it. But you'd see Ronin obviously with the size advantage on Davey Richards, but Davey Richards known worldwide for his intensitude.
Yes.
And now Davey Richards, the kick right to the left arm of Ronin, and Ronin taken aback early on in this match as Davey Richards clearly the fan favorite in this contest. And like I said earlier, guys, is the fan favorite in this tournament. People expect to see big things of Davey Richards. People expect to see him go far, and even as far as coming home with the trophy.
Yes, those are lofty expectations, and even his mother, she's thinking very highly of her little Davey, and I don't think Davey Richards would slap his mother if she tried to shine his trophy.
Davey Richards Richards would probably thank his mother for signing his trophy and get her a bouquet of flowers.
Right, and then he would get her done, and then probably watch his dad punch a horse or something crazy like that.
Davey Richards, actually from Othello, Washington. Othello, Washington, known for its dirt farming.
Yes.
And for its actually has a higher amount of days of rainfall than Seattle.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
well, that's pleasant.
The two claims to fame of Othello, Washington. And so with those two things in mind, it just goes to show you why Davey Richards is so dedicated to his craft, because without a lot of external stimulation, Davey Richards is just focused on the world of professional wrestling like an arrow, like a laser, some may say.
Yes, yes.
Or arrow because it's kind of backwards and have the technology that the big metropolises have. But and so Davey Richards is extremely focused and relatively young in the sport, but already held the PWG tag titles they were the longest reigning and most defended tag titles with himself and Super Dragon in PWG, going all over the world with him, defending them in Germany, in England. You see Davey Richards bending back those fingers of Ronin.
Yes.
Not the type of maneuver that will win or lose a match, but later on in the match, Ronin could be the Hello Kitty ears being pulled by Richards.
Insult to injury.
But Ronin could be looking to lock in a submission hold or a power bomb or something, and from his injured fingers may not be able to grip as tightly as they would if they weren't injured.
I think that's the longest anyone's ever talked about a Greco-Roman knuckle lock in commentary. But Davey Richards is of Greco heritage, so it's been passed down to him from many Richards.
You can see the curly locks and the fine netting of chest hair with the gold medallions laying in it. Well, you don't see it now so much, but when Davey Richards is off camera,
pre-match.
Yeah, that's a lot of fans don't realize that. But Davey Richards shaves his chest before every single match because within a half hour, his chest hair just completely.
He has like a 15-minute shadow. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is completely ridiculous. And Davey Richards, from the you talk about his Greco heritage, from the Greco Richard Stoppeley's family.
Yeah.
They were actually big land barons in the early '60s. Had a bad run of luck on some poor land deals.
Of course.
And then the Richard Stoppeleys moved to Othello, Washington, started over, dropping the Stoppeleys and just shortened it to Richards. So I'm not sure how Davey feels about me giving away his family heritage here. I know it's a sore spot for a black eye,
true,
as it were, for his whole family.
It's more easily chanted as well.
Yeah,
I'm sure the fans appreciate
Richard
that.
Stoppeleys is not quite
doesn't roll off the tongue.
Not at all. But now Richards he's been on top of Ronin for this entire match, and I think Ronin maybe off his game a little bit. He came in at the last minute,
wasn't able to prepare completely.
Didn't have a game plan. He was just in the world of professional wrestling. Oftentimes, all you have to be is there.
Yep, in the right place, in the right time.
And that's exactly what happened with Ronin. But now Ronin backing Richards into the corner, rattles him with a hard elbow, and now a slap to the face. Ronin backing him and goes to shoot him pillar to post. Richards sent into the corner. Richards up and over, and an arm drag takeover on Ronin. Richards, very deep arm drag, almost to the depths of the Pacific Ocean.
Yes,
not quite, maybe the Indian Ocean.
You'd have to do a pencil into the water to get down that deep.
Some may say that the Mediterranean.
Oh, jeez.
Which is
Greco territory.
Yeah. And now Richards, with the advantage on Ronin, just going to work on his shoulder, and that could be Richards' target. That hand we saw him work over earlier, and now the shoulder of Ronin, and now that hard kick to that chest. Ronin just going down and just clutching his chest. It had to knock the wind out of him. I believe Ronin just gasping for breath.
Sure. You see those shin guards on the wrestlers. Those aren't to protect your opponent. Those are to protect you when you kick a guy. That still hurts all the same for Ronin's chest. Well,
now Davey Richards going for I was about to say an ill-advised body slam, but much like Hulk Hogan body slamming Andre the Giant, Ronin getting up, Davey Richards getting up Ronin for a big body slam, dropping a knee right between the eyes, only getting a 2 count from PWG PWG senior official, Rick Knox.
Yes.
Ricardo Casanova. And now.
Dream the impossible, children. If first you don't succeed, try again. Great body slam out of Davey Richards. And we have a good shot here. If you want to play along at home, you can see that Davey Richards' chest hair is much longer than it was when we discussed it about 5 minutes ago. That's a callback, kids.
Yeah, people may not have realized it, but throughout the match, and Davey Richards and Super Dragon defended their titles against Chris Hero and Claudio Castagnoli earlier this year. It was about a 50-minute match,
right.
And between the beginning of the match and the end, Davey Richards actually had to go to the outside of the ring and shave his chest about midway through the match.
Yes,
he disappears off camera for a good 5 minutes.
And he downed a protein shake at the time as well.
And that probably allowed him to come back and win the match.
Yes, I'm sure that was the shaving of the chest
and the protein shake.
Yes,
it's almost like he's like a reverse Samson. Samson, the biblical Samson,
of course,
known for his locks and how his long hair gave him strength,
Uh-huh.
and was imprisoned. And imprisoned and blinded,
right.
I believe, and his hair was shorn, but and he was chained to the pillars of the temple,
right.
And his hair was shorn every day. But then he was in prison for so long they forgot to shave his hair or to cut his hair. And then one day, with his hair long, his strength regained, Samson brought down the temple around him and killed his captors and himself in the process. So Davey Richards, I'm not sure how that applies.
I think he's looking to make the Battle of Los Angeles his temple,
and he's going to bring it down, killing all the fans and wrestlers
right.
inside the building. So I think, Bryce, it is wise that yourself and myself are located off-site in the PWG complex.
Absolutely.
Here in beautiful Santa Monica, California.
Santa Monica.
Known worldwide as the home of the homeless. Many fans visiting the Los Angeles area for the first time for the Battle of Los Angeles tournament. Quite a bit of punishment here in this match, but Richards comes up, cuts Ronin off with an elbow to the side of the head. Another elbow.
Richards has no time for the 99 cents. He's going to go next door to the pay window. That's far more important place.
Richards wants to visit the pay window, and not only the big superplex. Both men go down hard. Ronin with the worst of that, but Davey Richards, you can see, suffering some ill effects from that. But not only do you get the bonus for winning the tournament,
sure.
When you visit the pay window, you do get you get paid for every match that you do win. So it is advantageous to go as far as you can in this tournament, because without that, you go home empty-handed. You lose in the first round,
right,
and nobody wants to do that.
Night 3 could be a very beneficial night, financially. Some
men could be paying off some outstanding debts or some car loans, but now Ronin and Richards just slapping each other, but Ronin putting an end to that, cutting off Richards the knee to the midsection. Now sends him into the corner. Richards goes up and over again. Ronin coming with a hard right hand, but Richards blocks it. Now big beautiful springboard dropkick. Now Richards up to his feet, and now Richards again with the advantage on Ronin. You saw him, instead of going for the guillotine over the top rope, he actually brought Ronin's eyes down onto the top rope. Very unorthodox, but very effective maneuver. And now Ronin with those kicks to the midsection, that rolling soul butt. Now going off the Yakuza kick to the side of the head. Beautiful German suplex, hangs on with the bridge. 1, 2 count only, as Rick Knox signaling to the timekeepers that it was only a 2 count. Richards thought he had won this match. I thought he had won this match with that beautiful German suplex.
So explosive, almost Dynamite Kid-esque. Everything so crisp that this Davey Richards does. Ronin, the bigger guy, Davey Richards outmatched by size, but that's not the first time that's happened to Davey Richards, and it won't be the last. And
we saw
takes it all in stride.
Davey Richards stood toe-to-toe with Samoa Joe at PWG's Astonishing Xmas last year, and that was an incredible contest. Davey Richards unfortunately came up on the losing end of things, but still proved that he he is perfectly able of standing toe-to-toe with a man of any size. Masa Saito, eat your heart out, rolling in his undug grave.
Undug.
And now Davey Richards, after that hard suplex on Ronin, charging in that hard elbow shot. Now Richards off the corner. Ronin's got him up. Could be going for that Death Valley driver.
Doesn't have the head hooked.
And but Richards works his way down. Oh, big lariat levels Davey Richards. Hooks the leg. He got him hooked deep and the trunk. But it wasn't enough to put away Davey Richards. Davey Richards, I mean, it just goes to show you how much this tournament means to him, as Ronin hooked the trunks of Davey Richards, but Davey Richards still somehow found a way to kick out.
Ronin now bringing him up to a vertical base, trying to utilize that size, maybe throw Davey Richards around a bit. Hasn't had much chances to do that so far.
Davey Richards is just full of intensity and had his advantage. Oh, Davey Richards popped up and dropped down by Ronin. Now Ronin hooks him up, goes for that corkscrew brainbuster, hooks the leg and covers. This could be it. Two count only. Ronin, I thought he had that match won with the corkscrew brainbuster. I am being constantly surprised, Bryce.
Constantly.
By this. And Ronin, I mean, is the dark horse in this match and has been receiving quite a beating. But with that corkscrew brainbuster definitely turned the tide and came out with the advantage, or has the advantage right now in this match.
His pants even resemble that of an equestrian.
Oh, the hard kick by Davey Richards, rebounding off the ropes and catching him with the Gamenguri, not the Enziguri. But now Davey Richards going for the whoa! Drops him down, looked like a Michinoku driver. 1,
Implant.
2, 3, and that is it. Davey Richards with the Davey driver, I guess, comes away with a tournament victory. Will go on to face Austin Aries tomorrow night in the second. And now the third contest of the night, another David versus Goliath, where we're getting very biblical here, Bryce.
Yes.
That is not intentional, believe me. But this is, I mean, for certain a David versus Goliath contest, as Claudio Castagnoli, the most money-making man of Switzerland, member of the Swiss Money Holding, member of the Kings of Wrestling, taking on Jack Evans, who we see with a trademark display of agility. Jack Evans has been in Japan for the last few months, honing his craft over there, and just coming back to America as not quite a whole new wrestler, but a wrestler with a very deeper moveset.
Yeah, over there he is known as Jack Evans.
Yes,
which is their nickname for him.
Quite different from the traditional Jack Evans, as he's known here. And Claudio Castagnoli, known over in Japan just simply as Double C.
Double C.
A lot of
it's shorter. It's shorter.
It's shorter.
It saves syllables.
And the katakana way, the symbols that they use for writing the Romanized letters is actually, it makes Claudio's full name take up 3 lines.
Oh yeah, and who wants that? Who wants that?
Yeah, so Double C a lot shorter. And now Jack Evans, Double C, Claudio Castagnoli, most money-making man. I don't think we'll be seeing any of that out of Claudio, but Bryce, I'm sure you know as well as anybody, he can surprise you.
He can very much so. Perhaps he doesn't want to embarrass Jack Evans at the Battle of Los Angeles with his fat dancing skills.
And Switzerland, well known around the world for its breakdancing, and Claudio with that display of Herculean strength, a physique like a Greek god,
like a Greek god, an Adonis, if you will.
And Jack Evans, though, is no slouch either.
Yes, the trademark Switzerland dancing move is called the fence sitter, and but I don't know if Claudio's gonna bust that out here. Oh, look at Jack Evans. This guy's like a cat.
Jack Evans, and now Claudio Castagnoli getting in the face of Bryce Remsburg. I believe somebody in the crowd shouted that Claudio should try pushing Jack Evans.
A hint, perhaps.
Try pushing Jack Evans again, and Claudio getting in the face saying that was a bad suggestion, and that he should not be following it. I'm not sure why he blamed you for it.
He took it out on me for some odd reason, but it goes to show that apparently Claudio does not know Jack.
That indeed, like the late '90s computer game.
Yes, sensation.
It was
computer sensation.
It was a
Excalibur.
sensation. And I have you ever played the Don't Know Jack games?
Yes, I have.
They're quite fun.
Yeah, an enjoyable time.
And it's I'm sad to see him go.
Yes.
They went the way of the Dodo and the Commodore 64. And now Jack Evans, though, not wanting to go the way of the Commodore 64 or the Atari Jaguar, wants to come away with a victory in this match. Now, Bryce, who would be the favorite in this match?
I have to go with the most money-making man, Claudio Castagnoli. I mean, I do know this guy pretty well. I see him a lot. But look at the size. Oh, maybe a little dance there. No.
Well, no, it looks like a Greco-Roman knuckle lock, or perhaps a Swiss, whatever origin, ethnic origin Jack Evans' knuckle lock. But now Claudio bridging Jack Evans down, sweeps out the leg. You saw getting the pinfall 2 count only. And now Jack Evans bridging up and trying to go up and over. But Claudio, you could see using those long legs to block Jack Evans. But now going up, and now Jack Evans over the arms of Claudio Castagnoli, back to his feet, sweeps out the arm of the knuckle lock by Claudio, and now shoulder tackle by Claudio on Evans. Evans goes down hard. Claudio, you can see showing off that Adonis-esque physique, not like Adrian Adonis.
No. See, that was clever how they did that. Adrian Adonis. But that's why Claudio is my pick. Absolutely, the size. He's very quick for a big man. Claudio goes in lucha. He goes in catch style. He goes with the striking. He's all over the place, and I think that's going to be too much for Jack Evans to handle.
But Jack Evans, so unorthodox and so fast, he can surprise you. Jack Evans not really known for his traditional professional wrestling style.
No.
I mean, he can hit you coming out of anywhere, and that may be something Claudio is not prepared for. Claudio has trained all over the world, trained with the greats throughout Europe, in America recently, training with Steven Regal on 2 separate occasions. That's a good line on anybody's resume.
Absolutely.
And on Claudio's resume, it just adds to things. But Steve Regal, Lord Steven Regal, or William Regal,
his lordship,
not known for his high flying. I'm not sure how much Regal could have taught Claudio about the Jack Evans style of wrestling.
True, but a guy by the name of Skyda, which Claudio spent some time with in Mexico last year, is probably more proficient in the high flying, more so lucha. But Claudio's best bet, as it seems, is to ground Jack Evans, because a lot of his arsenal is the high flying, the jumping bean, the hoo-ha. But if Jack Evans is laying on the mat like he is right now, there's not going to be a whole lot of that. It's going to be Claudio to the second round, I think.
Yeah, and you talk about Skyda. Skyda, formerly the head trainer at the Toriman Dojo in Mexico, and so Claudio spent some time down there, I believe, late last year. Now Jack Evans going around, but Claudio blocking. No, he didn't block it. He gets taken down by that head scissors, and there we see the unorthodox stylings of Jack Evans. Oh, that diving back elbow
Catapults his body back.
Hits Claudio in the midsection. On any other man, that would have hit him in the face. But Claudio, he's 6'5". Jack Evans isn't.
Yeah.
Some fans need to be reminded of that blockbuster suplex, throwing him. That would have thrown Jack Evans over the Swiss Alps, I think.
Oh, straight over. You're also not 6'5", and neither am I, and neither is Jack Evans. And then that's an advantage Claudio has over the world.
Indeed. So, as the point I was making earlier, Claudio Castagnoli spent some time in the Toriman Dojo in Mexico. Jack Evans spent some time in the Toriman Dojo in Japan.
Oh.
So this could be, a very interesting contest to see who received the better training. But in the world of professional wrestling, it also comes down to who is the luckiest man. We could see Claudio Castagnoli slip on a well-placed banana peel, or get some well-placed kicks to the top of the head from Jack Evans, and that could very well change the course of this match.
All fair game in the course of the pay window. As I would just like to take a minute and remind Brenda, the PWG stenographer, that's WINDA at the end. It's not OW, it's pay window.
Actually, Southern California, DAH.
Oh, DH, all right.
Pay window.
I apologize, Brenda.
It's all right. You are from Pennsylvania, and right around Hershey, I believe. Oh, diving European uppercut to the exposed back of Jack Evans. Claudio, you could see putting pressure on the face of Evans with that forearm, and Claudio a bit frustrated at you, Bryce, giving you some dagger-like stares.
Yeah. Which I kind of enjoy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Were you a girl and you mentioned Hershey, I would tell you that sweet people come from sweet places. But I do not wish to enter you in that way, Excalibur.
Well, no, and I do appreciate that. Jack Evans hanging on to the ropes, putting on the brakes. Claudio kicked through the middle rope to the floor. Shades of Rey Mysterio and Psychosis. I don't think Jack Evans Claudio had been watching his tapes, but now Jack Evans sent up to the ring apron, goes for the kick. Claudio ducks under, another kick. Claudio ducks under, and now Jack Evans being caught in the bear hug by Claudio Castagnoli, and now Jack Evans being gorilla pressed onto the ring apron. You can see the look on the face of Claudio. This is a serious man, and Claudio, he is telling the crowd that this is serious.
Yeah, and the ring apron is the most dangerous and hardest part of the ring to be dropped from about 8 foot down, face first onto. Now Claudio waving to the crowd, adoring his public, taking a minute.
You know, we have mentioned many times in the past that the steel structure of the ring is at its hardest and most strong around the ring apron area. I mean, that is the frame of the ring. That is what holds everything together. And if you had your druthers, would you rather be dropped in the center of the ring where it's at its softest? Unfortunately for Jack Evans, didn't look like it there as he was powerbombed. He had the gut wrench powerbomb. Shades of Test.
Yes.
Claudio Castagnoli may be PWG's Test.
Ooh, I don't know if that's a compliment.
A backhanded compliment.
All right.
But Claudio Castagnoli, known worldwide for his financial prowess, and he may have to satisfy himself with that, and being known as PWG's Test.
That'll go on the resume.
Now Jack Evans making it to the ropes, the half crab applied by Claudio Castagnoli. Claudio has been in charge from the get-go, I think, Bryce. Jack Evans has had some small flurries, but Claudio, I mean, as you were saying, is definitely have to be the favorite in this match, and showing everybody why as he elevates Jack Evans about 8 feet in the air.
Yeah.
And now with the cover, the lateral press, 2 count only from Bryce Remsburg.
He's not hooking the leg though. Lackadaisical cover. I don't know if Claudio maybe going slow in the driver's seat here, taking Jack Evans maybe a little lightly, which is not a good strategic move for Claudio at this point. We've seen this before. He wrote a song about this once, Claudio.
Claudio did.
I'm gonna hold him up here, hold him up high, hold him all day, something. That's all I remember.
Wow,
that is a true story about Claudio.
That is a good song. You can see Jack Evans kicking his feet. Jack Evans feeling the blood leave his feet and flow down to his head. Claudio takes him down after about 20-25 seconds.
A very Americanized middle finger though to the crowd in Reseda.
Yeah, that's Reseda, California, here in the heart of the San Hernando Valley. Hernando.
Hercules Fernandez.
San Fernando Valley, excuse me. Known worldwide as the home of the adult industry.
Okay.
I was trying to think of something clever, but that's all I got.
And hot weather.
Yeah, and the San Fernando Valley, it is a valley, it is a bowl, and all the heat gets trapped in the bowl, and all the cool refreshing air from the sea or from the Pacific Ocean actually flows over the San Fernando Valley and hits the outlying regions.
Right. Good thing we're in Santa Monica with the bums.
That's right. And now Jack Evans kicking out again. Claudio Castagnoli putting his forearm across the face, the bridge of the nose of Jack Evans, but not hooking the leg. Claudio may be taking Evans too lightly here in this match, but I mean, if I had the advantage like Claudio does at this point in the match, Bryce, I think I'd be confident in my abilities.
Sure, absolutely. Little known fact though, Claudio might not realize this, that Jack Evans' new tights are made of Teflon though, and that may come in play later in the match here because Jack Evans very resilient, takes a licking and keeps going.
Keeps on ticking.
I passed on that.
Okay.
Swerve.
Cartwheel kick. Bryce just shocked by it. Release German suplex from Claudio. Again, a high kick to the side of the head, rattling Claudio again. Jeez. Jumping knee to the head, the side of the face of Claudio Castagnoli, sending him out to the floor. Now Jack Evans, the Prince of Parkland, Washington, up to the top rope. 450 splash on the outside. Jack Evans catching Claudio by surprise, and that's exactly what we were talking about earlier, Bryce.
Yes, using those ropes as his weapons, much like Taz uses his hands as his weapons. The ropes and Jack Evans' legs are his weapons. Everything around him he uses as a smaller guy to make up that size deficit there.
2 count only from Bryce Remsburg as Claudio caught off guard, caught unawares by the high-flying stylings of Jack Evans. Jack Evans, known for his aerial assault, as Claudio fires him into the ropes. Jack Evans springs off the middle ropes, catches him with catching him on the way down.
Glancing blow, though. Didn't catch all he wanted there probably there, but the momentum was enough to knock Claudio off his feet, which is no small task.
That indeed it was. The back elbow, rolling senton by Evans, comes back up with goes for the
Standing Phoenix?
The standing sky twister, but Claudio cuts him off with that running, almost diving European uppercut, and now Claudio hooks him up, brings him around and drops him down face first. Could this be it? He hooks the leg. 2 count only as Evans kicks out Bryce. Your hand a mere 4.5 inches from the canvas.
8 centimeters to our European viewers.
And now Claudio could be going for another European uppercut as Evans very.
Claudio is the Alpamari water slide, he calls us. This is one of his.
Drops him down the hard way. Hooks the leg again. 2 count only. And Bryce, I'm glad you were here to pronounce that because I think I would have. Had some trouble.
That's just about the setup to Claudio likes to use that big Ricola bomb, or maybe just that uppercut. It's a knockout blow. A forearm, not Claudio's trademark strike there. Maybe straying for what he's used to. Oh, Evans under, around.
Boot to the midsection, another boot. The high kick catches him with the high heel kick. Claudio put down again. Surprise! Oh, there we see the standing Phoenix splash. 2 count only is Claudio able to kick out, and these are the techniques we were speaking about earlier, Bryce. The things that Jack Evans has picked up in at the Toriban dojo, the Dragon Gate dojo in Japan.
This could be the 6:30. No, Claudio had Evans scouted. Knew when you're on your back and Jack Evans is on the top rope. That's a bad part of town to be in.
That is the worst possible part of town to be in. That is as far as the wrong side of the tracks as you can go.
Like Compton.
And now Claudio Castagnoli trying to superplex Jack Evans, but Jack Evans finding a way out of it, going for a swing DDT, but now holding on for a submission hold, but instead Claudio picks him up. European uppercut and just levels him. He has just leveled Jack Evans, and this has got to be it. 2 count. Oh, Jack Evans miraculously kicks out. Unbelievable.
I am as amazed now as I was when that happened.
Jack Evans elevated again, 8 feet in the air. You have to think about Claudio, 6'5", and then those arms, adding an additional 2.5 feet. So I mean, that's almost 9 feet in the air. I think
9 feet.
And that is amazing that Jack Evans has the resiliency to kick out of that. Evans up to his feet may have caught Claudio a bit low with that, but you can see him bring Claudio's legs back to the inside of the ropes, and now Evans ascending to the top rope, gonna spring over, catches him, goes for the Hurricane Rana, but we could see a second rope Ricola driver. He's got the arms hooked like the pyramid bomb.
Got him crossed.
No, Jack Evans, the Hurricane Rana takes him down, and now Claudio is rolling away from Jack Evans, but may have rolled right into enemy territory as Jack Evans goes up to the top rope. Oh my God!
630 degrees rotation. That's it.
That was it. Jack Evans now advancing to the second round of the 2006 Battle of Los Angeles. A very, very impressive victory for Jack Evans over Claudio Castagnoli, who by all accounts was the favorite in this match. On to the 4th contest of the evening, and this is the type of match that you will only see in the 2006 Battle of Los Angeles. Chris Hero, the savior of professional wrestling, taking on Genki Horiguchi, a man who his only request is please do not call him Hage.
Do not call him Hage.
Hage, the Japanese word for bald. Genki, his receding hairline causing him quite a bit of trouble over the last few years, and he's a relatively young man.
Right.
I believe he's about 28 years old, and already, you can see it's his hair is.
So time's catching up with them.
It's retreating like the French in World War II.
More history.
Yeah.
Although you got to respect the fact that he's not going the way of a Stone Cold Steve Austin, or he's not tapping out. He's not throwing the towel, shaving it off.
Doesn't shave it down, embraces his baldness.
Let it flow. Let it there.
That is the key word here, and I think through his embracing of his baldness, it almost makes him stronger. It builds character. I think
it does.
And Chris Hero actually with quite a bit of hardware in the ring with him. And Bryce, you would know better than I. What are those belts? I know one of them is the Chikara tag title that he holds with Claudio Castagnoli.
As the Campeones de Parejas, as it were, which is the Espanol for tag team championship, essentially. And it's the CZW World Heavyweight title is the one with the light tubes on it.
I see. I would almost expect it to be reversed.
Right.
But Chikara actually located in I believe Allentown, Mexico. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. We're so close.
Right.
So close to the border here. You'd think I'd know these great cities.
You know all these cool SoCal things.
But Genki telling everybody at ringside he's not bald. He has a full head. Oh, what is this, Chris Hero though?
Normally, when you point to your head, it signifies that you have the brains, but not in this case. For once, Genki Horiguchi
He's showing that he has the hair in this instance. But I think Chris Hero does have a tonsorial advantage on Horiguchi here. But lock up, Horiguchi goes behind, drops him down. But Hero, you can see sweeping out the leg of Horiguchi of Genki, and now wraps him up and ties him down. Genki is this is the first meeting of these two men.
Yes, probably the first time they've ever been on a show together, to my knowledge.
First time they've ever been in maybe
the same country together.
Not same country, but maybe same state.
Okay, fair enough. At Genki Horiguchi's PWG debut, yes.
Yes, Genki Horiguchi's PWG debut. Chris Hero, well known to all the fans here in PWG,
right.
And well known to many fans worldwide. From across Europe, where he spent quite some time. Chris Hero actually just recently spoke with British wrestling legend Johnny Saint.
Yes.
Had quite a conversation with Johnny Saint, picking up quite a bit of tricks of the trade, which we may see him employ here early on.
Very possibly will implement this. Chris Hero prides himself in being the wrestler's wrestler. He's wrestled in something like 26 states, something like 13 countries. I'm not these exact numbers, but this ballpark figure, he's all over the place. He essentially just lives and breathes wrestling.
But Genki Horiguchi, no slouch either.
No.
Has been with Toryumon or the Dragon Gate or the Toryumon derivatives since I believe day one, debuting in 1998, and Genki's
stepping on the toes.
Bit of a shortcut as he sweeps out the leg of Hero, goes up and over to the top. Hero with the leapfrogging back drop down, hits him with a drop kick, beautifully placed, and Hero back up to his feet. A house of fire here early on in this match.
Only 1 foot connected to that drop kick, but that's all that he needed there.
Now Hero could be going up over. No, instead.
Oh, psych.
Almost like a acai moonsault. The man who trained Horiguchi and his do-fixer stablemate, Dragon Kid, where Dragon Kid gets his namesake, Ultimo Dragon. That was a long way to describe what
it was, but you're right.
Fake.
But the fact that he named him Dragon Kid is a high compliment to the skills of Dragon Kid. And while he's at ringside and they're friends now, it is possible with the tournament bracketing they both win out. They could end up seeing each other later in this tournament.
They could end up. Dragon Kid will go on to face Roderick Strong tomorrow night on the second round of the 2006 Battle of Los Angeles. Roderick Strong beating Rocky Romero last night with Genki Horiguchi. Well-placed precision dropkick to the top of the kneecap of Chris Hero. You can see taking the big man off his feet.
Tree trunks right out from under him.
Those big legs.
Ham hocks.
Horiguchi wrapping up Hero's leg in the rope. I believe he's maybe using the language to Horiguchi again, a precision dropkick. You can see Hero pulling his knee out of the ropes where it was stuck, but Horiguchi able to change positioning or to change his aim fast enough that he was able to dropkick Hero right on the knee again. And now with the figure 4 leg lock, Chris Hero is in a very bad predicament here early on in this match.
Puts up the block there. Doesn't want further damage and infringed on that knee. Without a leg to stand on, you're not going to go too far in a wrestling match.
That is true, and we can see the Dragon Kid at ringside cheering on and maybe advising Genki Horiguchi.
Perhaps.
Both, as we mentioned before, both members of the Do Fixer stable, along with Magnum Tokyo, who some fans may remember from his days in WCW, and Ryo Sato. And those four men just running wild across Dragon Gate promotion in Japan, having many battles with Jack Evans, who we just saw defeat Claudio Castagnoli, Chris Hero's tag team partner. And, they've also had, I believe Genki Horiguchi was involved in Chris Bosh's first match in the
Really?
Wrestle Jam cards held by Dragon Gate earlier this year in Japan. And so Genki Horiguchi is very familiar with some American wrestlers, and I'm not sure how familiar Chris Hero is with the Dragon Gate guys. So that could prove an advantage. But Hero with the Lucha Libre style body slam, taking him down, but you can see trying to work out the kinks in that knee, those kinks that were those oats that were sown by or those seeds that were sown by Horiguchi earlier on in this match.
Right.
Big senton shades of Dick Togo, and now covers and hooks the leg. Two-count only as Genki is able to kick out.
So notes are typically very wild. Not like seed, like you said, though.
Yeah, they don't go straight there. More like weeds.
Sure.
Jack Evans, he is a bit of an amateur herbologist. Knows quite a bit about weeds.
Now, look at Hero now. Genki Horiguchi maybe letting him know what it might be like.
Draping those locks over Genki's face. It's almost saying to him, you could never have a head of hair that flows as luxurious as mine.
That might enter the psyche of Horiguchi, though. That might be a wake-up call.
Psychological warfare.
Yes. It's a game of chess, you see. Whips him all the way across the hypotenuse of the ring now.
Now Hero comes in with that diving high kick to the chest of Horiguchi. Hero comes around the big splash, or the big elbow, the diving elbow in the corner, rolls Horiguchi out, and Hero with the advantage. His knee's not showing too many ill effects, but all it takes, Bryce, is just one wrong step.
Absolutely. You blow out a knee, tear an MCL, tear an ACL, PCO, all that good stuff.
And now the PCO, if you do tear your PCO, it's probably time just to go home. You're not gonna do too much else in the world of professional wrestling.
It's good night for you.
Now Chris Hero, I believe, with a Mexican stretch applied to Horiguchi, and now he's got his arms tied up, and now just grabbing the legs of Horiguchi. You can see putting. This is unbelievable.
All four limbs, not to mention the insult to the injury, the proximity of Genki's head to Hero's anus.
But I mean, not only that, Chris Hero cutting off Genki's air supply.
Rolls through.
Two count only as Genki's able to kick out. He's cutting off Genki's air supply by causing his chin to come down to Genki's chest. And the tighter you create that whatever you
sure.
Whatever. It makes it harder to breathe.
The point you're trying to say is it's step one on the road to self-filation.
That's right. Rolling, twisting senton by Chris Hero. Genki again able to kick out, and now Genki has got to be. I mean, he's got to be wondering what he's gotten himself into, and maybe he should have spent some more time studying more Chris Hero tapes. Had he come a little earlier on day one, he may have found the best of Chris Hero volumes 1 through 3 at the merchandise table.
Yes, which I'm sure if you really wanted, you could find available somewhere, like the internet or the MySpace or what have you. The internet?
Yeah.
No, they call it internet.
Internet too.
Yes.
And
they have cafes for it.
Wow, it's unbelievable. They serve up cups of internet, but a cup of a beautiful power slam by Chris Hero. Again, only garnering a 2 count as Horiguchi somehow able to kick out.
Yeah, and that cup did not go down very smooth if you're a Genki Horiguchi.
Not indeed. Maybe some acid reflux for Horiguchi. And Chris Hero, he's got the front face lock applied. Could be going for a vertical suplex. Could be going for any number of things. As Chris Hero, a man of 10,000 holds, putting Dean Malenko to shame.
Yes, tenfold.
And now Dragon Kid holding up a sign, maybe some lighthearted joshing by Dragon Kid, asking the fans to call Genki Hage, but instead Genki calls it a reverse suplex as he takes Chris Hero up and over the hard way, and now Genki with the advantage, running off the ropes, flying head scissors, taking Hero down. Hero goes up and around, and now Genki coming back with the advantage.
Satellite Head says there's turns the tide here a little bit. Hero with the reversal with the strength and size advantage. Now, Genki up in the high rent district. Whoa!
Takes him down the penthouse to the ground floor with that beautiful swinging DDT.
Tornado style.
2 count only, says referee Rick Knox. Ricardo Casanova, known worldwide for his prowess in the art of lovemaking.
Yes.
And, you know, the ladies in Japan who are a bit more conservative, you know, they instead of, you know, how ladies in America can exhibit some hoochie behavior. Ladies in Japan, instead, when they see Rick Knox, Ricardo Casanova step off the plane, just a blush and a whisper. And now Genki Horiguchi going for that middle rope moonsault. Instead, Chris Hero getting the knees up. You can see Genki gasping for breath as Hero knocked it out. Oh,
back of the head.
Backdrop driver, homicidal backdrop driver. 2 count only as Genki is able to kick out.
Homicidal, that might be a little bit of an exaggeration.
Wow, that's true.
The hoochiness of the American women only to be trumped by the hoochiness of the Canadian women. Everybody knows
Canadian women, well known for their hoochiness, exhibited very well this weekend as the cravat and knee combination. Cravat and knee forehead breaker by Chris Hero. Genki stunned a bit, and now Chris Hero turns him inside out with a hard lariat. 2 count only again as Genki kicks out. Genki may have had the cravat better scouted than we give him credit for, Bryce, and able to protect himself a little more on those knees to the head and that lariat combination by Hero.
It's hard to continue with a broken forehead, and it's a large forehead that Genki Horiguchi exhibits.
And
forearm clubbing blow. Hero took the elbow pads off, which essentially goes to tell you that he means business.
Now Hero pulls him up, goes for the powerbomb. Genki rolls through, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 2 count only. Hero rolls through. Again a 2 count only. Genki hooks the leg again.
Fish out of water.
They are going back and forth, flopping around side to side, front to back. Hero cuts him off with a hard placed Yakuza kick, a mafia kick. 2 count only again as Genki kicks out.
Genki would probably call it a Yakuza kick.
I think so. And now Hero pulling him up for going for almost like a tombstone, but instead pulls
Hero's welcome, slides out. Backslide 1,
2, 3. That is it. Genki Horiguchi is surprised as anybody comes away with a backslide victory over Chris Hero, advancing to the second round of the 2006 Battle of Los Angeles. Despair written across the face of Chris Hero.
Excalibur has left the booth to be in this very important match, a full-weight match for the PWG title, as we see Joey Ryan on the outside, the PWG champion. Bryce, it has been an incredible night too, and it's only going to get more exciting right here for the PWG title.
Absolutely, Disco Machine. Non-tournament action on this very important show. 4-way elimination match for the title. That's 3 guys Joey Ryan has to outlast to leave Reseda with the title tonight.
That's right, and you know, he's been up to his devious tricks. Every trick in the book, Joey Ryan has pulled out of his. You know, is it an arsenal when you pull tricks out of the book?
I guess it's an arsenal. I mean, like it or not, it is effective. Joey Ryan's been PWG champion for quite a while now, if I'm not mistaken. Coming up on about 9 months or so. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, definitely too long in a lot of fans' opinion.
Yeah.
And he won the big cage match at Tremendous using the ether rag.
Oh, that's deep in that arsenal you talked about. Going to the ether rag.
Exactly. I know, Bryce, your sexual practices, you like to use the ether rag.
Hey, that's neither here nor there.
That's right. But we have the Human Tornado with Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae will not be in this match, but a second one at ringside.
She'll be at ringside, and I must say, she's looking on the cute side this evening.
Yes,
if I may say that.
Those side panels are just for ventilation.
Yeah.
And
not easy access.
No. And speaking of ventilation,
speaking of side stuff, look at the sideburns on the world champion.
Absolutely. I believe before this match, Joey Ryan was eating red vines that he found backstage. The consummate athlete.
Yes, red vines, as you may or may not know, are crazy delicious.
This is true. And Joey Ryan right there. The coif is finely conditioned.
Yeah.
Where he conditions his hair, but does not condition the body.
No.
And refuses.
He woke up one morning and said, "How can I look like more of a child molester?
That's right.
I know. I'll grow my hair out." And that seems to be just the way he said.
Look at this, Bryce.
Party for me.
Oh my goodness. And Bryce looking for the belt.
Yeah,
I believe you want the belt.
I did. I wanted to hold it proud to display to all the fans that this was a world title match, but there were more important matters going on here, as you can see. Look at these 3-on-1. All realize that Joey's the guy to beat. If they eliminate him, the title is essentially up for grabs.
That's
for
right.
whoever's last left standing. And should be noted that on night 1 at the Battle of Los Angeles in an 8-man tag match, Excalibur pinned Joey Ryan. 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. Of course, the title not on the line, but that earned him a spot in this match. And Human Tornado, a challenger in the past for Joey Ryan's title. If I'm,
and there they go. They're putting the boots
3-on-1
to the champion.
They are. All on the same page are all 3 challengers, and Joey, the Draw Ryan, taking a powder. Excalibur and going at it on the floor.
And Excalibur going to work on the PWG champion. Remember, it's Petey Williams, the Human Tornado, Excalibur.
Meanwhile, Tornado and Petey going at it in the ring here.
That's right. We only, on our camera that we have, Excalibur is taking over the world champion, but Petey Williams and Human Tornado inside the ring, really working it over. And now Excalibur has the champion beat down. I wish we could turn the camera physically. Bryce, maybe you can tell me.
Well, mathematically speaking, it's action squared. There you see a little juking and a little jiving out of Human Tornado, and it ends with
spin. Oh, the splits right to the crotch of Petey Williams. Off the ropes comes Human Tornado. Oh, a big knee to Petey Williams, and it takes him outside. Wow, just great action by the.
Keying up a dive there. Jeez! He ate all chairs! Petey Williams, nobody home, and Human Tornado with quite a spill on the floor. Candice lay over to check on her man. Big problems here.
Oh, I cannot remember offhand what show it was. I believe it's when Human Tornado and El Generico lost the PWG tag team titles. Mm-hmm. Human Tornado did that very same dive and came up with nothing, and it changed the complexion of the whole match. In fact, they lost the tag team titles. So, going for the PWG world title.
Yes.
I think he put it all on the line, and I think that Human Tornado may not be in this match anymore.
His night might be over as the action has completely stopped. Here you see Petey telling me, conversing with me, and so we're gonna give Human Tornado a second here. I mean, everybody's in this to win. Everybody's in this to have a good time, but you hate to see a guy get hurt like that.
Absolutely. We all want to see our competitors fight it out tooth and nail.
Sure.
But we do not want to see anybody injured to the point where they cannot continue.
Yes. This is a profession for some of these guys. This is the way they make their living.
That's right.
You hate to see something like this.
Absolutely, and our PWG staff attending to Human Tornado.
Yeah, I told them very vividly, you need to get this guy out here and get him looked at. He needs some medical attention. He's not in a good way, and I mean, basically, this is such a severe injury that it's halted this world title match.
That's right, and Bryce, you're being very, very lenient with the rules here. You could have easily counted the Human Tornado out, but instead choosing to make sure that he's all right.
Right.
The match isn't so important as the health of our wrestlers.
Normally in a four-way match, there's so much going on. You'd rather concentrate on the action than the count out here. Is now Joey Ryan and Petey Williams having some work.
Oh!
Ever the opportunist Excalibur with a knee right between the shoulder blades. Now going to work headbutt style on Joey Ryan. Whips him across, follows it up, big back elbow.
That's right, and now Excalibur off the ropes. What's he gonna get? Oh, the big running elbow.
Forearm, almost the El Paso del Morte, Tito
That's right,
Santana
that's
style.
right.
Not quite the air Tito gets.
It was, and it was at the flying burrito.
Yes.
Although that, if it was,
Oh, look at this inadvertent teamwork maybe by Joey Ryan and Petey Williams, but Excalibur on fire there, fresh off that pinfall victory over the world champion.
still some, just a glare right there from Petey Williams. Remembering what happened last night, and now Petey was still glaring at the PWG World Champion, and just talking trash to him as well.
Gave him a Canadian Destroyer for his troubles at night one of the Bola.
That's right, and now Petey Williams, with a big forearm of himself, right on Excalibur. Excalibur kicks out at 2. Petey Williams, this could be a fantastic opportunity for Petey Williams, who has not been in PWG for some time,
Sure.
to walk in and vie for the PWG World title. And now Petey Williams got his eyes on Joey Ryan, and Joey Ryan begging him off.
Hey, wait, buddy, why don't we work together? If we eliminate him, then we can wrestle later for the world title.
Joey must have a very short memory, because that did not work last night when they wanted to team up together.
When Petey was a surprise entrant in
That's
the
right.
8-man tag at night one. But now they are working together, and that's bad news bears for Excalibur now. 4 boots in the corner, and Joey cackling,
and that big face that has gotten bigger every single year due to his overeating, and those mutton chops, just smiling, and the fans who hate Joey Ryan
with a
so
passion,
much.
the fire of 1,000 San Fernando Valley suns.
That's right.
They hate him.
That's right. In
Now,
fact, a lot of our fans that don't live in the San Fernando area hated coming to the valley itself to see Joey Ryan. That's how much they hated him. Not only did they hate coming to San Fernando, they hate Joey Ryan.
Yeah, and he was standing on Excalibur's groinal region, then tried to sing it. Now releases him out of the tree of Joey Lawrence.
Whoa.
Yeah,
thank you. Spot on. Yeah. And now, Joey Ryan now bagging off Petey Williams, but Excalibur trying to fight back as he can, but he is outnumbered right here, 2-1.
Absolutely. The two very dangerous men on one as well.
That's right.
Joey Ryan, very cowardly, and you talked about his arsenal of tricks, but for better or worse, he has managed to hold on to that World Heavyweight title for about 9 months, and that's a pregnancy, Disco Machine.
I would have to say so. And Joey Ryan, and the more matches that he wins by disqualification, and the more, what you think would be disqualification
by crook.
That's right. It only adds to his credibility, which is
quite a laundry list of names he's defeated in his title reign here, and now a drop kick, having maybe a little bit of a drop kick battle. Joey Ryan with a drop kick. Now Petey Williams showing off his drop kick. Now Joey says, hey, friend, let me show you something. I want to show you something that I learned, and if I remember correctly, he's talking about something he learned at wrestling school. Right. The first week of wrestling school, where he picks Excalibur up, hand through the crotch, a body slam.
That's
a body slam.
A textbook, and where the crotch.
Not to be confused with the Dirk Benedict vehicle of 1987.
Dirk Benedict. Kudos to you, and I'm the only person that got that.
Big bucks.
And that's right. And are the fans chanting same old shit? Are they really They really hate both the men in the ring.
And I always thought SOS stood for Save Our Ship. in the Rihanna song, at least, I know that's what it stands for.
Maybe during World War II, but we are way past that. And now Excalibur now fighting back.
Going to town on both these guys. Elbows, punches. The two men maybe going to be too much for him. Shoulder block. Oh! Joey puts him throat first across that second rope. Oh! Those are real ropes. Like the Fed.
That's right.
Now there's not going to be pinfall there because Petey's leg is clearly out of the ring.
That's right, and a great refereeing.
Well, what can I say?
That's right. Rick Knox could take a couple lessons.
No. Rick Knox is a haluva guy.
Okay, well there you go, and we'll put you on. Sometimes Rick Knox will actually he'll actually do little things and then come back to me and say, "Did you catch that I didn't do that?"
No, yeah,
just to keep me on my toes.
He is, yeah.
And
Ricardo.
That's right. And now a double team on Excalibur. Double whip
Joey
into the
and
ropes.
Petey back in the driver's seat. Maybe Petey sitting on Joey's lap in the driver's seat because he can't reach the pedal or something. I don't know, but they're on the same page nonetheless.
That's right. Joey Ryan actually drives a van, and he's been combing the preschools.
That's logical.
Yes, that's right. And Joey Ryan just jawing with the fans here. The hatred, and now
Who love to hate him.
that's right. And Excalibur is down. They should be really concentrated on elimination here, but
Yes.
instead Joey Ryan has gone after the fans.
Excalibur very dangerous, very resilient. You don't want to give him an inch, or he just might take the mile.
That's right, and now another double team by Petey Williams and Joey Ryan, but
Excalibur puts the
no.
brakes, kick, and then he kids right into a Petey Williams crotch. Maybe a retort from earlier when he was standing on it, singing "O Canada." Now the two of them, look at that double DDT.
Yes.
Double your pleasure, double your fun.
We called that in stereo.
Yes.
Unbelievable. And now Excalibur, you should not have given him that opening because now he will take it. Bryce putting the count on all three of these men.
Yes. You'd hate to see a triple down, and if I were to get to 10, that would have to, you'd throw the match out, and unfortunately, Joey Ryan would retain the title. I don't mean to be partial, but this dastardly acts of Joey Ryan, things have got to change around here.
And now back elbow by Excalibur. Here comes Petey Williams.
Oh, block.
Yes, catch him.
Spins him around.
Oh!
Jawbreaker, not the candy. Well, big high knee.
The high knee to Petey Williams by Excalibur. What is Excalibur going to do from here? Oh, could this it's going off the top. This is not uncharted territory. He usually comes out with a headbutt from here, but we have not seen it in a while.
Now these guys are standing. It's probably not going to be a headbutt. Oh! Joey Ryan parts the Red Sea there. Excalibur crotch first on the ring supports there that hold up the ropes. Now bringing his feet in the ring.
Oh, he could be going for that. He's changed names on it a million times.
Yeah, he used to call it the Duff Drop once upon a time.
The Duff Drop, that's right. But this is the mustache ride. He is in position for it.
And this is not going to be a pleasurable mustache ride either. As some may be, I wouldn't know. But now Excalibur sitting on the top. Joey going to join him, not for a heart-to-heart, but for a spinning neck breaker. Grabbing that wrist, Excalibur shoves him off, knows what's coming, well scouted, knows Joey. Oh! Cannonball style almost. Monkey Petey. Oh! Petey might have kicked Joey in the crotch there. And now Excalibur back in control. Up with Petey. Down.
Nice.
Falcon out. And Disco Machine. Excalibur has done the deal. That's the end. I can't believe that Petey kicked out of that. The Falcon Arrow, usually good night for anybody it encounters.
Oh, what is this?
Alabama Slam. No. Oh, did you see Joey's head bounce off that second turnbuckle?
Oh my God, Excalibur taking the PWG champion right down.
Yep.
But Petey Williams still on his feet. Excalibur does not see him. And now, yes, he does actually see him.
Satellite Hazards, no, puts him on his feet. Russian leg sweep by Petey Williams. Canadian leg sweep, maybe even. And now he's going to lasso him in now, much like a cowboy.
Setting up.
No, he's threatening to leave. Now he said the people but they're going to get it.
Now he's signaling for it. But the fans do not want it.
Screw this.
Is this the Canadians? No, super kick right to Petey Williams.
Covered by Joey.
Petey Williams almost eliminated right there.
Yes, Petey, though, not taking a whole lot of punishment thus far in that match. So that super kick he was able to absorb better than if he was, not like the punishment Excalibur has taken for about the past 5 or 6 minutes now. Now Joey going behind.
Two elbows.
Top of the head now bringing him back.
Going for the heart punch.
Ox Baker style. Shot through the heart, and Joey Ryan is to blame.
Oh my goodness. And now, the knees to the jaw of Excalibur.
So fast and furious now. Setting him at maybe a submission hold here.
Could be a submission, but no!
Drives him in head first, the top of his head. Jarring that neck.
1, 2.
No!
2 count only.
The last split second. Petey arguing with me, and usually that doesn't work. I don't change my mind.
No. And now, what is this? Petey Williams, but no, go behind. Petey Williams trying to fight out of it. The elbows, the furious elbows from Petey Williams. Yes, he does get out of it. Whips in Joey Ryan's.
Joey slaps the hand away. Forearms.
Going off the ropes. Oh, nice spin kick.
Spin wheel kick, Owen Hart-esque.
That's right. And now Petey Williams.
Maybe a repeat of last night when we saw night one of the Cage. Excalibur with a skull punch from behind. 2, 3. Oh
my goodness.
Petey's out. We're down to Joey. Excalibur, I guess.
It would have to, yes.
Joey had to have liked those odds better when there was two guys in the room, but now it's just one-on-one. Petey cannot believe it.
Oh my goodness! Excalibur has eliminated Petey Williams, and I believe that Excalibur may be very winded at this point. Joey Ryan definitely winded at this point.
Petey is sent to the locker room for a shot. No, he's back.
Oh my
What's he doing
goodness!
out here?
Oh my goodness! Petey Williams back
Perhaps
in the ring.
that famed Canadian destroyer of his, but Excalibur drops down. That's very smart movement. Excalibur's part had it scouted.
He blocked it. He blocked it.
He knew exactly what was
Petey
going
Williams
on. Holding on to the bottom rope now, trying to do something about this.
Still in position.
Maybe feels it again. Petey muscles him there. Same spot as that DDT he had right on the top of the head, jarring the neck. And Petey Williams has been eliminated. This is completely unjustified, uncalled for. He's eliminated from this match. And now, look at the opportunity. Look at Joey Ryan.
2, 3. Oh my goodness. And Joey Ryan. I believe. Yes.
Excalibur sadly eliminated, and that leaves Joey alone in the ring.
Somehow Joey has found a way to eliminate a man without doing anything at all. Oh my God.
Joey always just seems to be in the right place at the right time somehow. Now he's so proud of himself for work he did not do.
Oh my goodness. And what is Candice LeRae?
This music.
She's changed her outfit. That is obvious to
and
me.
no one's complaining.
No, not at all.
Excalibur.
Oh my God!
Snowflake!
Snowflake from Nacho Libre. Oh my goodness! The human tornado is out of it, but the El Snowflake is in.
Big kick. Ace Ventura was wrong. That is Snowflake.
Oh my goodness! Wow! The rolling senton.
3/4 rolls, not getting all now. Wow! Quick on his feet there. Whips off.
Oh my goodness! Oh my God!
Run back and forth. Get the height on that. Now going upstairs. The fans in Reseda solidly behind El Snowflake, the human tornado. They can smell a title change.
That's right.
That pimp hand, he keeps it strong.
That is the strongest pimp hand possibly ever. From the top rope, back roll.
He's still ready, man. He's ready to
back
go.
Roll.
Joey, however, though, may have decided that discretion is the better part of valor, and he's hightailed. He's gone. He went under that cool banner that says Battle of Los Angeles. He went to the locker room, went to the shower, perhaps jumped in that van you said, and he's headed for the preschools, but I don't think he's coming back.
I don't think so either.
I'm at 10 there, administering the 20 count here by PWG rules.
I am almost positive the preschools aren't open at this time, so Joey Ryan is going to have to return to this match. El Snowflake awaits him.
He's gone. There's no way he's coming back.
No, and
Snowflake just pacing now, not sure what's going on.
That's right.
But Joey sadly has far more brains than guts, because on a 20 count on this count out that we've just about reached here, PWG titles cannot change hands on count outs.
That's right.
While Snowflake will win the match by count out, Joey will hold on to the PWG World title.
And,
so it's kind of like kissing your sister, Disco Machine.
Well, unbelievable. Joey Ryan somehow has escaped with the PWG title.
Not the victory wanted, but a victory nonetheless.
But because the championship cannot change hands on a count out, still, your PWG champion, Joey Ryan.
this match, the big triple threat, the three-way for the PWG World Tag Team titles. Let me set straight a popular misconception. I was not, in fact, getting ready for my match when I ducked out of the commentary booth last time. I was making a run to Chipotle.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
even better.
Yes.
And
you sound so surprised, but you just enjoyed a delicious chicken dinner.
I didn't know where you went. You reappeared with food, and I was all the better for it.
Didn't connect the dots.
We appreciate it. Here in Santa Monica.
We do connect the dots that spilled over from last night, as it was the big 8-man match that myself was involved in, along with Homicide, B-Boy, and the Human Tornado, taking on the Dynasty members Joey Ryan,
Chris Bosh, Scott Lost, Petey Williams.
Petey Williams, not a Dynasty member, but still enough. He was their mystery partner. Homicide was our side's mystery partner. And at the end of the match, when things were getting crazy, when they got serious, B-Boy, Homicide, brawling with Scott Lost and Chris Bosh. Out came the Briscoes from seemingly nowhere. Earlier in the evening, they attacked PWG Commissioner Dino Winwood. Made it clear they weren't even scheduled to be here this weekend.
Knocked Dino out of commission. He wasn't even at night too.
That's indeed the commissioner out of commission, and making it clear that they are back in PWG with a point to prove, and this is their chance to do it. As the Briscoe brothers are now challenging B-Boy and Homicide and Arrogance for the PWG World Tag Team titles.
Right, whoever becomes the tag team champion is pretty much an automatic booking on every PWG show, and the Briscoes know that, and as do B-Boy and Homicide, who I might need you to translate some of B-Boy and Homicide. Might start talking street jive, but as your partner as their partner, you were on night one, I imagine, Chris Bosh now.
Oh, Chris Bosh just feeling it.
Drinking it in.
Chris Bosh he's like a sponge. He absorbs things from the crowd. Just like you can't really make the crowd's love into a physical object.
No.
Yet somehow he does, and he ingests it.
He does, and he uses it, and maybe part of the reasons Arrogance are the PWG World Tag Team Champions, winning the belts from Super Dragon and Davey Richards.
And on that night they won the titles was the formation of the Dynasty, and it was the night that they put Super Dragon out of action. So Super Dragon returning tonight for the first time in about 4 months, and the Dynasty has just been running roughshod all over PWG, taking on all comers, defeating all challengers. And the Dynasty has proven that with Super Dragon gone, they are the preeminent force here in PWG.
Right, and we have Briscoe number 1 hooking up with Homicide to start things off. Homicide with the strong style thugs, what they call him and B-Boy's tag team.
The SST.
Yes, not the Samoan SWAT team either.
No.
Mark and Jay Briscoe have the advantage of being brothers, always on the same page of things. They grew up together, they travel together as a tag team. B-Boy and Homicide, infrequent partners, but Lost and Bosh have quite a history as a team.
They do. They are combined. They have the longest reign of any PWG champion if you combine their two reigns together. But still, they are. They did lose the titles for a short period of time. Well, not a short period of time, but a quite lengthy period of time. When Chris Bosh, sowing his wild oats as a singles competitor after winning the 2005 Battle of Los Angeles.
What a segue! Well, it all comes together.
Yes, and so the team of Arrogance, not really split up, but I would say dissolved.
Yes.
And then
divide and conquer.
And then came back together in order to challenge for the PWG World Tag Titles in Europe, and then after an unsuccessful bid there, regrouped and then came back with their other Dynasty members in order to defeat Super Dragon and Davey Richards the second time they challenged for the titles.
Right, and the wild card in this triple threat tag match, it's not the elimination rules like the world title match you just saw was. This is first pin wins, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed it is. So, giant Yakuza kick, just taking Homicide out of the ring, and B-Boy coming to the aid of his partner, and now I believe that was Jay Briscoe just thrown over the top by B-Boy. Mark Briscoe on the floor with Homicide, and Arrogance just sitting in their corner, allowing the action to continue around them, thinking, hey, let these two teams beat each other down, and we'll pick up the pieces.
Well, this is a smart attitude because they're on the floor, but if they're in the ring doing this, Arrogance need to be very quick on their feet.
throwing chairs at Mark Briscoe. Rick Knox just allowing the action to continue, and Chris Bosh and Scott Lost just cheering on their opponents as they just beat each other senseless.
Not to mention another advantage Arrogance, the defending champions, have out there are the manager of the dynasty, Jade Chung, which
Indeed,
everybody's doing tonight.
The lovely but deadly Jade Chung, and but you can see B-Boy and Jay Briscoe, Homicide and Mark Briscoe. Homicide just hip tossed Mark Briscoe into it. 3 rows back, and Mark Briscoe, his back has got to be feeling it from that. And now Jay Briscoe and B-Boy going at it on the stage left, I believe.
Stage left.
And now this is incredible.
Chaos
but now
ensues.
Scott Lost is swept off the ring apron by Mark Briscoe, and now Jay Briscoe sweeps off Chris Bosh, and now the Arrogance is forced into this match.
They're not watching for long. Now it's a 6-way brawl, Pier 6 style on the floor. Now one of the Briscoes in the ring now.
I believe that's Mark. Up and over the top rope to the floor. That's taking out everybody on that side of the ring. I think a few fans may have been some casualties of war.
And this is a war, a lot at stake here. Tag team titles on the line. Now, belly-to-belly suplex on
Chris Bosh rolled back into the ring. I believe that's by Mark Briscoe. 2 count only, says referee Rick Knox, as Mark Briscoe with the advantage. Another belly-to-belly suplex takes down Bosh. 1, 2 count again.
Not pretty, but exceptionally effective.
Indeed, Chris Bosh caught unawares on the ring apron, and now he's got to fight his way back into this match as Mark Briscoe with the advantage on Bosh, on the PWG World Tag Team Champion.
Yep. And Arrogance, as much as they want to be cowards, might be their best bet to stay in the ring because they can lose the titles from the apron.
Hamachan cutter off the top rope,
slingshot style,
taking Chris Bosh face first into the mat from 3 stories up, and Scott Lost, though, keeping his head in the game, not letting this brawl rattle him, kept him keeping his team in the game as he broke up that pinfall attempt by the Briscoes.
Now the Briscoes,
beautiful shoulder tackle
football style
by the 2 former Southern Delaware high school football stand-ups.
Yes, and those are typical actions for a Southern Delawarean if you do play football. Oh, now a cut seems to have opened up on the top of
I believe that's Jay Briscoe's
Briscoe's head. He's the one that does the J Driller.
That is right. And now Scott Lost, after Jay Briscoe was cut off by Chris Bosh, Scott Lost tags in, and that is the hallmarks of an effective tag team, Bryce.
Yes, absolutely. Lost and Bosh on top of their game, looking better than ever. Very light on his feet. Scott Lost, you've seen that torpedo he throws. Whoa!
Jumping up and taking him down. Jay Briscoe with that back elbow, savage back elbow, just turned Scott Lost inside out. As you can see, Chris Bosh on the ring apron just trying to regain his composure. And B-Boy and Homicide have not been back in this match since the brawl on the floor ensued, and the Briscoes have just been in control of Arrogance.
Yes, all over the champions here, and the Crimson Mask tags out there. Maybe gets him out of his eyes, get back on the back suplex there by, I believe, Mark Briscoe on Scott Lost. Lost trying to powder a couple times, but Bosh isn't much help as he's laying on the floor over there with Jay
Scott
Chung.
Lost taking advantage of the 3-way nature of this match, pushing Mark Briscoe over to his opponent's corner, B-Boy and Homicide's corner, and forcing the tag by B-Boy, getting himself out of this match, catching him a breather. But now it was Jay Briscoe. B-Boy calls for Jay Briscoe. B-Boy tags in Homicide, so it's Jay and Homicide in the match.
Homicide telling him he's the guy that split him open.
But now Jay Briscoe just going to work on Homicide. I'm not sure how wise it was for Scott Lost to get his team out of this match, though, because they can lose the titles if Homicide or Jay pin each other.
Either way, yes. So they got to keep their eyes on the match. They're be ready to. Right there, they I guess had enough faith in Homicide to kick out of that. No, now he wants back in.
Now Scott Lost tags himself back.
Homicide was waiting for him.
It's just going to work on everybody that's involved. And now Homicide tosses Scott Lost out of the ring, but keeps on Jay Briscoe like a bullet, and that hard right hand to the head, those knuckles getting him right across the eyes. Homicide went down to inflict some more punishment on Jay Briscoe, but Scott Lost saw an advantage, saw an opening, and tried to capitalize. but Homicide is just too quick on it. Now he's just going to work on Jay Briscoe on the floor. Rick Knox trying to restore order.
Has his hands full with these 6, absolutely. Now Homicide threatening him there.
Alvin Mark Briscoe cutting off Homicide on the floor with a diving back elbow, and now rolling Homicide back into the ring. I'm not quite sure who the legal man is, Bryce, and I'm not sure Rick Knox knows.
I'm not sure anyone knows, but definitely more of a fight than a match we're witnessing here. Now Homicide just waiting for any and all comers there. Scott Lost trying to sweep in, Homicide having none of that. He's left standing. The Cheese stands alone in the ring.
And now Homicide, what is this? Again, Scott Lost sees Homicide. Homicide trying to, I believe he's trying to dive, maybe a tope con hello on Scott Lost, but Scott Lost is playing a game of ring around the posy as Homicide comes back into the ring and is cut off by Scott Lost, but that's not enough to take out Homicide as he snapmares him over, and a hard shot to the back. You can feel it throughout this building.
The spine tingling of Scott Lost, and you can see the looks on the face of Lost and Bosh. Lost and Bost, fear in their eyes, absolutely, and I mean they've seen Homicide and what he's capable of so far in this match, and the Briscoes, not to mention it, and they know, as the fans feel, their belts are in serious jeopardy right here.
And Bryce, I will point this out. Beautiful fisherman superplex, perfect plex, excuse me. Scott Lost and Chris Bosh have the distinction of being the only tag team in PWG, maybe in PWG history, with the same amount of letters in their first name as they have in their last name.
Oh wow, it's very interesting.
That could be why they work so well together.
It could. It makes it very easy. If you want to put their names on top of each other, you will use the same space.
That's right.
On paper.
And now Scott Lost holding out his knee. The great teamwork by Arrogance here as he's just choking Homicide in the corner. Rick Knox giving the 5 count, but Arrogance taking advantage of every single second that they're provided to inflict the maximum amount of punishment on Homicide.
Bosh getting his licks in there too. Now a body vice, a body scissors there by Scott Lost, just trying to take the wind, blow it out the lungs there of Homicide.
Jade Chung, under the guise of instructing, cheering on her managerial clients, was pulling the ropes away from Homicide as he's trying to reach. You could see her doing it again, and it doesn't seem like it, but those couple of inches can mean a world of difference if you are in a painful submission hold and you lunge for the ropes. They're not where you expected, but Homicide reverses step over toe face lock.
Absolutely, STF Eric Watts style. Now tagging out there, Bosh coming in to save it now, giving Scott the opportunity he needs. Bosh tagging the back now, Homicide down.
Shucking and jiving, and the elbow.
Making that one count.
Shades of a young and thin Dusty Rhodes as Chris Bosh goes to work on the back and the kidneys of Homicide. Now what is this? Chris Bosh tagging out,
right?
And again, Bryce, we have to debate the sense in this maneuver.
Yes, the Bosh only the son of a plumber. Dusty Rhodes is the son of a plumber, but that is a vague similarity.
Now Jay Briscoe back in the ring, tags in his brother Mark, and the double teamwork, that spinning kick by the spinning heel kick by Mark Briscoe on Homicide. 2 count only is Homicide able to kick out.
Right in the face of Homicide now. Not in a good way is the notorious 187. Now,
shot to the midsection.
Firing up on the ample pectorals of the Briscoe.
And that big knife edge chop to the chest. Goes for the clothesline. Mark Briscoe ducks. Beautiful Northern Lights suplex. 2 count only as Homicide kicks out just in the nick of time.
Amazing bridge. Those long legs of the Briscoe there. Stretching out, getting all he could out of that very near foot. Ooh, headbutt now.
Dick Togo Grand Hamada style headbutt.
I don't know if Homicide's the guy you want to headbutt with.
Oh, but a hard right hand to the top of the head. Maybe trying to get some revenge for his brother who was bloodied earlier in the match by Homicide. Now Mark Briscoe shooting Homicide into the corner. Homicide reverses. Mark Briscoe goes up and over. Catches Homicide with
taint to the face.
Yeah, right. That's unorthodox but painful. I'm not sure that's what he intended, but effective nonetheless as he gets Homicide up to the top rope. Now he's going to spring up. We saw him do it earlier. Instead reverses.
Hami-chan of his own.
Unbelievable. Maybe Hami-chan.
Maybe.
Instead.
Both men down. This Homicide got to be thinking about getting over to B-Boy, getting his fresh partner in the ring.
But
and he does.
And now B-Boy tags in. Goes for that Yakuza kick earlier in the match. B-Boy, those hard elbows, hard forearm shots to the face of Jay Briscoe.
Reversal by the stronger Jay.
Tosses him up and over the top. Goes for the right hand. B-Boy and Zaguri.
Kick to the back of the head, literally.
Takes them down. Now Arrogance, like a pack of hyenas, come in and to pick up the scraps. Goes for the Superman.
jeez.
Through the ropes. Chris Bosh over the top ropes, lands on his partner. Now B-Boy throws off Homicide, sends him into the ropes.
Oh, boy.
Homicide top by front. Hello, 4 rows back, Bryce.
Almost to the wall of the American Legion Hall now. B-Boy perched way up. He's going to take it out on the Briscoes, maybe.
He goes up to the top.
Wow! I've never seen a B-Boy before.
Moonsault, the Horiguchi moonsault. Yeah!
Wow!
B-Boy pulling out all the stops in this tag title match. You know, B-Boy and Homicide were the very first PWG World Tag Title or Tag Team Champions.
Tango and Cash invitation.
And they could be looking to regain the titles as they are pulling out all the stops. Unbelievable show of agility. Now, what is this? A doomsday device,
Or
perhaps?
maybe a Bulldog Steiner Brothers style there from behind. B-Boy way up.
Oh, there he goes. Brings him down. Woof, woof, woof.
Way down.
University of Michigan.
You got one.
Lateral press by Homicide, but Mark Briscoe coming in to break up the pinning predicament. Now, pulling him up, could be going for that the corkscrew cutthroat.
Yep.
I'm not even sure what it is. Drives him down with that
Neck breaker.
neck breaker. What's the leg? 2 count only.
Oh, no one saved. That was all on B-Boy to kick out. The Briscoes now got
Pulling up.
something
This
in
is the
mind.
doomsday device. We could be seeing it now. B-Boy going up to the top. The top floor. The elevator man brings him up.
Sitting him up there. Spring.
Oh no! Chris Bosh sweeps out the legs. B-Boy reverse Horiguchi.
Kinda.
Was dirty.
Yes.
Now
Yucky.
Chris Bosh charging in.
Everything
Puts him
opportunist.
down with the clothesline. I believe he's going on his knee and again hits again on his knee. Jay Briscoe, I believe, is now out. Got lost. Coming up to the top. Picture perfect elbow drop. Covers him now. Chris Bosh.
Legal man. Bosh against the legal man, apparently.
2 count only is B-Boy right there to break up the pinning predicament.
Man, crazy action. All these guys, all 3 of these teams badly want to be PWG World Tag Team Champions. Through the legs goes
B-Boy
B-Boy.
slides through. Oh! Shining Wizard. B-Boy Muto. And now Chris Bosh down in the corner. This is not where he wants to be.
Mother F. Dre, mother Fuss Snoop, mother. Oh, here it comes all the way
And now
across the
Darius
ring.
Miles, look out. B-Boy popping the head and dropping on the face of Chris Bosh.
Now Briscoe from behind. I believe that's Mark Briscoe. Now put him up there. Maybe
could
a
he go for
burning
the
hammer.
burning hammer. That's what I was alluding to earlier, Bryce. I was a bit confused, but still it was the neck breaker. But now B-Boy reversing out of it, going for it. T-bone suplex as he takes him down. Homicide comes in the ring, boot to the throat. Unorthodox maneuver, but effective nonetheless. Homicide sending Mark into the corner. Charges in, goes for the monkey flip, but Mark reverses.
Sitting up there, open hand slap. That's insulting. Now going way up there. Maybe a superplex or something in mind for Homicide. Ooh. Oh!
Rope man hat drop.
Super atomic drop there. Tornado DDT.
Implants Mark Briscoe. Jay though slides into the ring. Maybe the Killer Bee switch employed by the Briscoes.
Well, one's bloody. Rick
Going for the Jay Driller. Homicide boots going for the
Cup
This
killer.
could be it. And Jay though reverses out onto his feet, boot to the midsection.
Well scattered.
Now pulls him up. That arrow. He did the deal. He did the deal. But Scott lost there to break it up. That would have been it, Bryce.
Yes, Briscoe telling Rick Knox that he was going to clean it up. Now back kick, kangaroo right to the belly. Oh, spinning beautiful by
Spinning
Scott
high
Lost.
kick by Scott Lost. Or the spinning round kick, excuse me, is now Scott Lost going to suplex Jay out to the floor. Talk about dirty, Bryce.
We saw something very similar to that last night happen to Scott Lost.
Now Mark Briscoe in the ring, going for the brainbuster, but B-Boy reverses the Shinya Hashimoto. Keiji Muto almost like I go to sleep. I believe Mark Briscoe was blinded by it. All the shots.
Cop killer!
That has got to be it. Now what is this? Chris Bosh throwing
Bosh
out
getting rid of
Homicide.
this
Hooks the
one.
leg after the cop killer.
Arrogance by the skin of their teeth at the right time, at the right place, ekes out a victory.
Retaining the PWG World Tag Team titles. two men is no secret as Frankie Kazarian sliding in, coming in the back door, if you will, and comes up and ambushes Scorpio Sky, trying to get the upper hand here in the second from last battle, 2006 Battle of Los Angeles first round match. Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky. We covered it earlier, Bryce. There is no shortage of bad blood between these two men.
Absolutely not. No love lost. Frankie Kazarian not waiting for his ring introduction, getting an upper hand on Scorpio Sky, who had his back turned as he was looking at the curtain, waiting for Frankie to come out.
He came into a fire exit.
He did, and that's also illegal. That's neither here nor there.
We could be kicked out of this building for Frankie Kazarian's violation of fire codes. But I think if we told the fire chief what happened, they would understand. If those luxurious locks of Frankie Kazarian were shorn by Scorpio Sky, they would say, "Hey, buddy, I'd come in a fire escape too."
Yes, very angry. Scorpio Sky already off his game because he was anticipating having his manager, Jay Chung of the Dynasty, out here. But, of course, as Commissioner Winwood stated, no members of the Dynasty.
From his hospital bed.
Yes, and I hope he's feeling better. He was on the long road to recovery, enjoying some yogurt or what have you at the hospital. But he said that no members of the Dynasty, including Jay Chung, the manager, would be permitted at ringside for this match. Very important match. First round Battle of Los Angeles. Bad blood. These two need to sort it out mano a mano.
Now, Bryce, I know that the Super Dragon Necro Butcher, we made a special allowance in the tournament for that match. Nobody wanted to see that type of match, the Super Dragon Necro Butcher match, fought under tournament rules. Right. So Commissioner Dino Winwood, always a man to please the fans, giving them what they want to see. And now, perhaps you are giving the fans what they want to see.
Well, yes, I was on the phone with Commissioner Winwood. It made sure reminded me about the Dynasty stipulation. But see here, as he said to me on the phone, nobody wants to see a count out between these two. Nobody wants to see disqualification between these two, and it's not false count anywhere like Dragon and Necro is. But at the same time, you want to see a winner here.
They are giving some flexibility, and a match like this, this has got to be the most heated rivalry of any of the opening round tournament matches. These two men have a long and bloody history between each other, and now Frankie Kazarian hops up to the top.
Oh, leap of faith!
Up to the top floor, almost to the roof, as he takes Frankie Kazarian down with a beautiful Hurricane Rana, hooks the leg and covers Kazarian, though, kicks out. And, we can't harp on it enough. These two men have got to have the most storied history of any of the competitors in the Battle of Los Angeles, and I think you made the right call, Bryce, to let these two men just fight it out.
Yeah, let them at it. Let them see who's going to win. Frankie Kazarian, of course, a staple of Pro Wrestling Guerrilla here since the very beginning.
Since day one, fought AJ Styles in the main event match of the inaugural Pro Wrestling Guerrilla show.
Former PWG World Champion.
On two separate occasions.
And Scorpio Sky, since losing his mask, has really come into his own for better or worse. And
as a singles competitor.
Yep.
Before that, known as a tag team competitor with Quicksilver. Quicksilver has since moved on to team up with El Generico.
Cape
Fear, great tag team here in PWG. A great vertical suplex by Scorpio Sky as he hooks the leg again. Frankie Kazarian, though, kicks out at one, not ready to give up just yet.
Yes, don't let the effeminate colors of these two men's tights fool you into the personal masculine issue that these two are having. Frankie Kazarian, anybody who knows Frankie knows that his ponytail, his hair, big part of his image, big part of him. He's had it for as long as anyone's known him in the wrestling business. Scorpio Sky decided to cut that off, and he knew exactly what he was doing. He had to know he was going to raise the ire of Frankie Kazarian on a new personal level, and he's going to have to. He has what's coming to him, unfortunately.
That is exactly the case, Bryce. Frankie Kazarian has been looking for revenge for many months. Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian originally scheduled to face off with one another at Three Mendes, PWG's third anniversary. Unfortunately, due to some conflict of dates,
sure,
Frankie Kazarian was not able to make it, and Scorpio Sky's just blatant attack on Frankie Kazarian went unavenged. And now is Frankie Kazarian's chance to get his revenge, to demand satisfaction and to get satisfaction from Scorpio Sky.
Despite the fact that he can't get no.
That is quite true. And now Scorpio Sky with a wild right hand. And now big diamond cutter from Scorpio Sky. Or Ace Crusher, rolls through and hooking him into the Dragon Sleeper as he's cranking back on the neck of Frankie Kazarian.
And Frankie Kazarian just said to me, "No, I will not give up," with a single finger salute. And now foot in the rope, Scorpio Sky, 5 seconds to break, whether he likes it or not. Now got to reconcentrate his efforts. Obviously, maybe a little bit flustered here. Maybe used to having to leaning back on Ryan or Lost or Bosh or Jade Chung.
Now what is this? Frankie Kazarian is being checked out.
Not the kind of pounce that we're used to in wrestling. Maybe.
Yeah, this is unsettling, Bryce, and I think the fans are feeling a bit unsettled.
Yes.
As Scorpio Sky.
I'm glad I could share this awkward moment with you, though, Excalibur.
Oh yes, indeed. And nobody else.
Yeah.
Boot to the midsection now. What is this? He's going for
double underhook. Maybe a
could be like the Pepsi plunge almost.
Yes.
As he drives him down face first to the mat.
Whoa.
Frankie Kazarian kicks out at one. Again, Frankie Kazarian, a resilient competitor, and they call him the future for a good reason.
Yes, he says the future looks bright.
The future looks good.
Oh, the future looks good. Yeah, you're right.
That's okay.
And
break your flow.
It's okay. And Frankie Kazarian now totally lit a fire in him. Oh!
But
pulls him out of the corner to a backbreaker.
Scorpio Sky almost pissing on the fire of Frankie Kazarian as he puts him down with that backbreaker out of the corner.
Not literally, hypothetically.
And what is this?
Or not? Oh, he's got the microphone now.
Ring announcer Travis was looking underneath for I don't know what he was looking for, perhaps a screwdriver. But Scorpio Sky, seeing an opportunity, grabs the microphone and is cutting in an unorthodox mid-match promo.
Yes, let's see what he has to say.
He's telling Frankie Kazarian that he's nothing, that he is not the future, and Scorpio Sky just putting the boots to Frankie Kazarian very, very hard in the corner, and now just again stomping on him multiple times, and Frankie Kazarian needs to fight back, and I think Scorpio Sky needs to stop taking Kazarian so lightly.
Choking with a microphone, borderline potential maybe call for disqualification, but like we talked about the leniency due to the personal issue between these two, gave him a 5 count on that one, but he's just ruffling the feathers, just getting inside the head of Kazarian.
But it's going to take more than that to take Kazarian out of the game. And what is this? Scorpio Sky talking about Frankie Kazarian's history in the world of professional wrestling. What is this? He said the exact wrong thing to Frankie Kazarian, telling him he would never make it.
Choice of words.
But now Kazarian, that fire is burning with the intensity of 10,000 San Fernando Valley Suns.
Yes.
And now up and down, spinebuster by Kazarian, hooks the leg. 2 count only as Scorpio Sky kicks out.
Oh, Frankie Kazarian with a new lease on life, now all fired up. Scorpio Sky, I don't know what he was trying to do, trying to insult him with words, but he said the exact wrong thing. And now Kazarian now in control, hooking him, maybe going to suplex him back into the ring, get him inside where he can pin him and win, maybe end this rivalry and move on in the 2006 Battle of Los Angeles.
And what a way to end this rivalry that would be. Imagine if Kazarian came out victorious here. Suplex over the top to the floor. Kazarian goes out the worst possible way,
Absolutely.
I think, Bryce.
Easy way to tear your PCO out there. Now he's on the floor. Scorpio Sky gaining a breath, taking a second, and Kazarian's a bad way on the floor.
You know, we were talking optimistically about Kazarian's chances in this tournament. However, right now it looks like that Scorpio Sky has the advantage. Could be walking away the victor and moving on in the 2006 Battle Los Angeles tournament.
Yes, absolutely. However, though, the victory that awaits these guys in the second round might not even really be something to look forward to, because they're waiting on either a Super Dragon or the Necro Butcher.
And that is an unenviable task. Scorpio Sky over the top rope, tope con hello onto the outside,
floating over the top rope and continuing his attack on Frankie Kazarian, throwing caution to the wind, not concerned with his own body, using it as a weapon against Kazarian's body. He's paying the price, but he's still in a better place than Kazarian is on the floor.
Scorpio Sky soaring, reminiscent of Spud Webb.
Yes.
And now just taking it to the air, and Scorpio Sky again back with the advantage. Kazarian had that flurry after. Now what is this? Scorpio Sky going to whip him into the chairs, but instead Frank Kazarian reverses and whips Scorpio Sky into the chairs.
Yeah, this is not a large room, and there's a lot of people in it, and clearing out of the way, action in your face. This is again an experience you can only get live at the buildings here at Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. But now Kazarian bringing him to a vertical base, scoop slam
on the floor.
The hard dance floor of the American Legion.
At the Hollywood Los Feliz JCC, right. we did have the match that were on the floor
Right.
that were required by the California Wrestling Commission.
Yes.
However, oddly enough, in the San Fernando Valley, in the city of Reseda, slingshot into the post.
Shoulder and face all caught that.
In the city of Reseda, the California State Athletic Commission has no jurisdiction.
No.
So there is no match on the floor.
There is a rule that if your town is mentioned in a Tom Petty song, you're absolved of all state athletic commission.
It is true, and the State Athletic Commission is working on patching that loophole.
Yes.
But nonetheless, Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky exploiting that loophole as they just brawl tooth and nail on the outside. And again, referee Bryce Remsburg just letting it go. These two men with their bad blood. I mean, it would be a shame if this match were to end in a disqualification or count out, and the winner of Super Dragon and Necro Butcher receiving a bye in the second round. Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, absolutely not. And it would be completely foolish for me to get between these two, given the personal issue.
You could lose a limb.
See in their eyes, absolutely.
And now, Bryce Remsburg being the gentleman helping these ladies off of the stage, as Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian just brawling up the steps. I believe there's about 3 steps there.
Yeah.
And this is it's not a long way up, but it's a hard way up. And you know, you take one wrong step on those stairs, you can twist your ankle or even worse.
Yes, even worse. Now, Kazarian, now thinking about a power bomb, there are no pads, there's nothing there that Scorpio Sky wants to land on.
There's nothing there but trouble.
Yeah,
as
Sky
now,
trying to. Oh no, what's she doing back
now
out
Jay
here?
Chung has come out after Bryce Remsburg has kicked her out of the match. This is
Again, a judgment call on my part. Could have thrown it out right there. Technically.
Scorpio.
Power bomb to the floor, some chairs, some cement maybe down there.
That is unbelievable.
Oh man.
Frankie Kazarian saying this is serious, just playing up the seriousness of this match, of their rivalry.
This is not Falls Anywhere like Dragon Necro is, though. Kazarian needs to get his wits about him and drag Sky to the ring to make that
Bryce
pinfall.
Remsburg instructing Jade Chung to leave the ringside area.
It was a striking resemblance to Spuds McKenzie.
Indeed, she does. And
Kazarian needs to get Sky back in the ring if he wants to win this. Not counting him out. We don't want to see a double count. That would be terrible. Nobody wants to see that. So
Rick Knox
even out there to survey the carnage, look over things.
And the fans just chanting at Frank Kazarian. Rick Knox coming out to help. I believe he's restraining Jade Chung, preventing her from becoming involved in this match. And now Kazarian
Dead weight.
taking Scorpio Sky back to the ring where he knows he can win it, rolling Scorpio Sky in. And now you can see Scorpio Sky, his lifeless corpse, just being rolled into the ring after that powerbomb off the stage. What a brutal maneuver. Frank Kazarian
This has got to be the end.
Looks
1,
the leg.
2. Oh, what the hell is that?
Jade Chung with a pair of scissors. Scorpio Sky in the back.
Now we talked about leniency, Excalibur, but that's blatant. She stabbed me with a pair of scissors.
That is attempted murder,
Yeah,
Bryce.
no choice but to throw this one out.
This match's disqualification ends in a victory for Frankie Kazarian. But now what is this? Jade Chung trying to stab him again with those scissors. But Frankie Kazarian pulling it out, sweeps her leg out.
Turnabout is fair play. You remember exactly what the Dynasty did to Kazarian's hair.
And a new hairdo for Jade Chung, perhaps, as Kazarian about to chop off those locks.
He's screaming.
Those conditioned blocks of Jade Chung. And now what is this?
Here comes Joey Ryan.
Joey Ryan enters the ring, receives a couple of right hands from
here
Frank
comes
Kazarian.
Bosh.
Bosh knocked out, and now you can see the blood flowing down the back from Frankie Kazarian from that stab wound. And the Dynasty have lost this match, and now Frank Kazarian advances to face either Super Dragon or Necro Butcher. But what is the Dynasty thinking, Bryce?
Yeah.
What are they thinking as Frank Kazarian comes away with a victory under some very, very dubious circumstances?
A better way to put myself back on the map than to win this entire bitch tomorrow night.
evening. This is the match that everybody has been waiting to see, waiting with bated breath, as it's been said in the past. But this is a match. No disqualification, no count out, falls count anywhere. Necro Butcher and Super Dragon, their first ever singles meeting, and you see Necro Butcher already with a trickle of blood down his head. He broke a chair before this match even began.
Self-inflicted wound on the forehead of the Necro Butcher. These two guys, enigmas in the world of independent professional wrestling. Both of them just carry such an aura about them, and just inevitable before the two of them hooked up in the ring. And here it is in the Battle of Los Angeles, PWG, the winner going on to face Frankie Kazarian in the second round.
Now, Bryce, think about this. If Necro Butcher beats Super Dragon returning after his 4-month hiatus. This is starting things off with a flurry of elbows to the side of Necro Butcher's head, but Necro with those hard right hands to the face and stomach of Super Dragon. But Super Dragon
returning in
now
kind.
These two men just going toe to toe. This is a slugfest, and look at this. Super Dragon is the first to drop, and Necro Butcher puts him down with a well-placed right hand. And you know that could be the ring rust of Super Dragon.
It could be.
Maybe he's just not prepared. He's not used to taking beatings week in and week out like he was. And so for the last 4 months, he's been taking it easy, relaxing with the lemonade in the hammock.
Sure.
And Necro Butcher's just been
traveling the roads of America, beating people up,
fighting people from wrestling ring to truck stop.
Atomic drop on the steel folding chair there, split it right between the legs of Super Dragon.
This is just a taste of what's to come in this match. This is going to be brutal, Bryce.
Yes, absolutely. These two guys, this couldn't be anywhere else but the main event on this card. These two guys gonna destroy this building, the match everybody's waiting for, and like you said, so important that Dino Winwood waived disqualifications, waived countouts, falls count anywhere in these two elements. Both men agreed to those stipulations. Super Dragon with a grunt, Necro Butcher with a nod, and now scooping him up, slamming him on the floor
with the chair behind his back. Now, Bryce, think about this. No disqualification, no count out, false count anywhere. Chairs, tables, anything is legal in this type of match. Do you really want to wrestle this match and theoretically have to go into tomorrow and wrestle 3 more matches?
Yeah, absolutely. Interesting placement. This match on night 2, not even giving these guys a night's rest, like at an advantage. As a matter of fact, all the winners from night 1 will have tomorrow night on night 3. They had the advantage of a night's rest. Maybe going out to the pier with the bums, or going into Hollywood, whatever they're doing. But they weren't wrestling. But these guys, no.
Oh, the side suplex just drops him down on those chairs. Not even the seats of the chairs, the upturned part.
Yes.
And now Rick Knox with the pinfall, counting the pinfall, 2 count only for Necro Butcher
on the floor.
But this match is
crazy.
I was anticipating something, but
it's so crazy. The wordsmith Excalibur is at a loss for words. With a 5 o'clock bell time on Sunday, the winner of the Battle of Los Angeles.
There's a Super Dragon with a chair wrapped around his head, hitting Necro Butcher in the head with a chair.
Oh, jeez. Hypothetically, we'll wrestle 4 times in 24 hours if you're from night 2. Oh, jeez.
The seat of the chair just went flying off as Super Dragon just cracked it over the head of Necro Butcher, and this is pandemonium.
Yes, crazy times out here on the floor, and now Super Dragon standing tall after that vicious chair shot. Going back to the ring, no, not quite.
Just hip tosses him into the ring post, the steel ring post, getting an intimate meeting with the spine of Necro Butcher, and Super Dragon again back with the chair, going to work on Necro Butcher on the outside. I think Necro Butcher.
Oh, the hand!
I think he may have just broken his hand, Bryce.
Very easily broken his hand. And you know what? Necro Butcher, one of his trademark strikes is that right hand to the face. If he breaks his hand, he won't be able to make a fist, and he won't be able to punch Super Dragon 26 ways till Tuesday.
Super Dragon caught by surprise earlier in the match by that hard right hand, but now I don't think it'll be happening anymore tonight.
No. Very, very smart game plan by Super Dragon. Now, a couple of right hands, but see? It hurt Necro's hand.
Necro cannot even punch Super Dragon in the stomach, let alone the face. I mean, imagine if he got... Super Dragon sends Sentons the chair just laid out over the hand of Necro Butcher.
If it wasn't broken before, it probably is now. But Necro doesn't exactly use logic. He'll probably try to hit Super Dragon with a broken hand. Who knows? This guy, crazy mountain man from the hills of West Virginia.
And imagine this, Bryce. Imagine if somehow Necro Butcher does come away with a victory tonight.
Yep.
He has to wrestle theoretically 3 matches tomorrow with a broken hand, and Super Dragon just suplexes him onto a stack of chairs.
Yeah, both of these guys, there's going to be damage. There's going to be carnage coming out of this match. Will definitely be at a disadvantage when it comes to tomorrow, night 3, the later rounds of the tournament.
This type of match is actually taking place inside the 2006 Battle of Los Angeles tournament, as we've mentioned many times. But if it were not, this would most undoubtedly be a guerrilla warfare match between these two men. Super Dragon coming out victorious on all but one occasion in every guerrilla warfare match he has had in PWG, and it was actually against myself.
That you lost. Funny how that works.
Yeah, so I'm batting 1,000 in guerrilla warfare matches
undefeated.
here at PWG.
Well, anytime you want to put that on the line, I'm sure Necro's just a plane ticket away.
I think I'd like to hold on to my perfect record just a little longer. But you could see Super Dragon just grabbing Necro, just leading him around by the hand, and Necro, he is
like a child.
He is a tough son of a gun, but if you have a broken hand, you are just at the mercy of your opponent. As now Super Dragon is cranking him, using the leverage of the top rope, almost like a Canadian screw. As he's just wrenching on the hand of Necro Butcher and just putting his thumbs in the eyes and just chair shot to the back. Super Dragon just keeping up the punishment on Necro Butcher.
Yes, and Super Dragon, they're putting his hands very close to Necro Butcher's mouth, which might just be a poor idea. Who knows what's festering in there? On the top of the head.
Savage chair shot by Super Dragon on Necro Butcher. But you know what? I think Super Dragon is willing to take his chances because Necro Butcher's tooth count is a lot lower than the average human's.
It is.
So,
it is that of an 8-year-old, perhaps.
You stick your hands in the mouth of Necro Butcher. I think you've got about a 60% chance of being bitten. Or you stick your hand in the mouth of maybe an orthodontist.
Sure.
You probably have a 100% chance of being bitten.
100%. Now Super Dragon cranking away
the leg scissors, the Super Dragon leg scissors.
Yes.
We've seen him employ this on many an occasion, and now pulling back on the hair of Necro Butcher, and now on the chin, pulling the goatee of Necro Butcher.
That's insult. Jim the Anvil Neidhart rolling over in his undug grave,
and you can see Necro Butcher clutching his wrist of that injured, possibly broken hand, and just trying to do everything to get Super Dragon to let go of the vice-like grip he has with his legs, but Necro Butcher in a very, very bad situation here.
Yes, Super Dragon saw that busted up forehead of Necro Butcher and went to town on exploiting an already weakness that Necro Butcher in fact created. And
now what is this? Now
that broken hand. He's punching his broken hand.
He's punching the hand, not a move you would see in a wrestling match or maybe even a street fight.
No.
But Super Dragon using every advantage or every injury to his advantage, and he's going to have to if he expects to come away with a victory over Necro Butcher in this match.
Yeah, not seeing a whole lot of ring rust out of Super Dragon, as a matter of fact. As you mentioned, that 4-month time away absence from Pro Wrestling Guerrilla and the wrestling world in general. I'm just clapping along just the crowd.
This is trademark Super Dragon, but Necro Butcher looks like he's about to pop his head out, and he does. And now he's on top. He's got a back mount on Super Dragon, and he's just going to town.
The back of the head.
He's firing in with forearms, but you can see he's still clutching. It could be a broken wrist.
Yeah, realize that might have been a bad idea.
But Super Dragon rolls over and kicks Necro in the jaw. This match is just this is a wild.
I'm going to town.
This is the big brawl.
This is
Jackie Chan were here.
Oh, jeez, he straight punched him in the face.
With the broken hand and everything.
Oh.
And just a testament to the power of Necro Butcher, to what he packs behind it. It's like a boxer that breaks his hand in the second round and still goes 12.
Yep.
He popped him in the face, and
Super Dragon just went down like a sack of potatoes now, rolling to the floor, looking for a respite, but he's not going to find that from Necro Butcher.
Now Necro Butcher may be thinking to himself, if I can't punch him with my hand, I'll hit him as hard. Oh,
She's right to the face of Super Dragon. One more time, says Necro.
Oh, God.
You can only cover up your head so well if you're Super Dragon now. Necro looking for some plunder. Maybe
He's going under the ring.
folding table there.
Oh, he does. He pulls out the table, and this spells doom for Super Dragon. Oh, drops the table on the face of Super Dragon. This is bad news. Bears go to Japan. On the table on Super Dragon.
On the face, on the head, obviously the concentrated area of the body that Necro not letting up. But Super Dragon could be concussed by that. Who knows what's going on under that mask, but he's definitely not in good shape.
And now you have to think, Bryce. So, oh my God, telephone is
Craziness.
It could be the paramedics calling. See if we need an ambulance
Secretary,
here.
you have to get
somebody get that telephone. This is unbelievable. Now Necro Butcher setting up the table.
Craziness. And that plump, that Nubian princess there getting out of the way because she knows it's crazy. These two insane. Who knows what they're gonna do?
Now Necro Butcher going for the pinfall attempt. 2 count only as Super Dragon somehow able to kick out.
Ever the resourceful Rick Knox there, counting on top of the table.
Ricardo Casanova counting where there's the highest amount of visibility
And noise.
Indeed. But Necro Butcher, I have to point this out. When he sent on Super Dragon, he sent on him on the hardware on the back of the table. Oh, short headbutt by Necro Butcher. Now short headbutt in return from Super Dragon.
On their knees.
Oh, another headbutt. And now slap to the face by Super Dragon. And what is this? Super Dragon driving Necro face first into that table that's already set up.
Already set up there right in front of the stage area. Now Necro going for a chair.
What is this? Super Dragon throwing a chair into the ring.
Oh, those are not the folding chairs either. Those are the metal.
The hard, unforgiving kind.
Yes.
If Clint Eastwood were here, rolling forearm, rolling elbow combination by Super Dragon. If Clint Eastwood were here, I would say they were the unforgiven chairs.
Yes,
but he's not, so that reference is moot.
True. And if it were a pay-per-view in September, I would also say it's unforgiving.
Waka, indeed. Now Super Dragon with the full force of the crowd behind him, setting up Super Dragon, or setting up Necro Butcher. Could be going for a powerbomb, could be going for a Psycho Driver.
Got something in mind with that table, though. The way he turned it sideways, you knew
Off
that
the stage.
concentrated effort. Necro dropping to one knee, although he doesn't have any knee pads on.
We saw Kazarian and Sky do this earlier, but now there's a table in the mix. But Necro kicking his feet out. You can see he's got the wide vertical base. He blocked. Oh my God!
His tailbone just bounced off that stage. Unbelievable. Not maybe what either man had in mind, but Super Dragon, the worst for wear out of that exchange.
I think I would be remiss if I did not say Jesus Christ.
Jesus H. Christ, even. Super Dragon going to be sitting with the aid of a inflatable pad in many chairs for weeks to come, I would suggest.
Oh my God, this is disgusting. And now Super Dragon being put on the table by Necro Butcher. Necro with those clubbing blows. It's all he can do to club Super Dragon. Now both men up on the table.
Now standing on the table, I'm not sure if the weight's got maybe a tiger.
Oh, the table broke, but Super Dragon, the top of his head went into the chest of Necro Butcher.
Bounced off.
That could not have been what Necro had in mind, but nonetheless, it was brutal for Super Dragon. You could see the leg of that table just went out from under it.
In an odd twist of fate, that might have been a better bet for Super Dragon out of that. If he was going to tiger drive him through that table, that could have been a 3 count right there. Not that he's enjoying that head injury.
He's ripping out the broken piece of the table.
Like a savage.
Yes, what is Necro? What is he doing? What does he have in mind?
Got something in mind. You see the tattoo on Necro's arm. He's a fan of botany. He's a botanist, and
he's an amateur herbologist.
Yes.
Much along the lines of Jack Evans.
Right. Enjoys the rhododendrons and stuff of that like. Now, with the part of that table,
the table fragment, the shrapnel, as it were.
Oh, the shrapnel.
And now just Super Dragon, his tailbone and now his head. He's getting it from both sides, almost like a set of Chinese finger cuffs.
Almost.
And now
a frustrating experience also.
Now he's bringing him back up on the stage.
Oh, split it over his back.
Breaking the already broken piece of table over the back of Super Dragon.
Now crawling over. 1.
Hooks the leg.
2.
2 count only as Super Dragon somehow able to kick out.
Shoulder out the back door there, Super Dragon. Not ready to quit yet.
And these two men, it's a hard-fought battle already in this match. I can't say that there'd be any winner.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Whoever scores the victory is not a winner.
The real winner might be Frankie Kazarian, Excalibur.
Who is facing either of these men? Tiger Driver on the stage.
Pearl River plunge even.
1, 2, 2 count.
Went second away from this one being over on the stage.
This is unbelievable. Both men pulling out all the stops. Necro Butcher, even with a broken hand, a broken wrist, still somehow able to Tiger Driver.
Hook the fingers there under that Tiger Driver. And now Necro going to the ring area perhaps for something. Maybe got something in mind. But
could be looking for more plunder.
He could be. He's giving Super Dragon a minute though here.
As we survey the carnage, Super Dragon, this could be Necro's mistake.
Yeah, Bryce. Well, he could be taking a second for himself though too.
I'm sure the Tiger Driver
needs to be careful he doesn't stick his finger in those electrical outlets.
That could be a very early end.
That would be the finish. That's a finish worse than a Falcon Arrow.
And this is something that you don't consider. Necro Butcher, Tiger Driver, one of his finishing maneuvers, if he's not punching somebody in the face and hitting them with a chair.
Oh jeez.
But now Super
Dragon, he's just angry now. He's frustrated, taking out anything close to him.
But it takes a lot out of Necro Butcher to deliver the Tiger Driver on the stage. I mean, his tailbone has got to be feeling the effects from that. And now Super Dragon, it looks like he's ripping off that hardware from the table, maybe going to use that.
Almost a point of pride. Maybe Necro's just waiting for him. He's like, come and get me. Waiting for him to come to the ring, and these two are gonna face off one more time.
Necro Butcher with a chair in hand.
A table set up there now too.
He's got to have something in mind for Super Dragon, as he's got a chair. I'm sure as soon as Super Dragon enters the ring, he's going to receive a walloping from Necro Butcher.
Yes, a walloping. That chair, you see the giant indentation on that chair. That's courtesy Necro's head before this match began. Doesn't care about. Almost can't pick up the chair due to his hand.
And now Necro Butcher, you can see using the chair and the ropes to steady himself. It just goes to show you how much has been taken out of these men already.
Yep.
What can they have in store for tomorrow?
Absolutely. We're only about maybe 12, 15 minutes deep into this contest, and these two look like almost they're standing off like a stalemate. They're just getting started. These two. It's two crazy.
Now Necro asking for Super Dragon to get up to his feet. This could be the pride that you were talking about as Super Dragon grabs a weapon of his own, but Necro Butcher.
Fair shot. That chair bounced off the shoulder blades of Super Dragon.
Wrapping it around his head. Rick Knox with counting the pinfall. 2 count only. Necro Butcher can't believe it.
Super Dragon awfully up in those ropes, so that does not matter. No disqualification, no count out. It's a.
Necro Butcher
who's it at him? Way to bounce off the back of Necro's head.
With his back turned, Super Dragon, a desperation maneuver, just whipping a chair, just sailed it through the air at the back of Necro's head, and now Super Dragon, he needs Rick Knox to hold him up. There's actually not a knockout rule in place. The matches in the Battle of Los Angeles have to end by a pinfall or submission. So if your opponent is actually knocked out and unable to continue, rather than Rick Knox counting the
right,
10
or using his discretion,
he would the opponent would have to cover him and score a pinfall victory on the unconscious opponent.
Right, well, that would involve the other opponent being conscious too for that to happen. Now picking Necro up by what's left of his hair now.
He's going for a powerbomb, maybe on that table. Very nearly. Oh, Necro,
to his knees, lost him there.
The back of Necro's head, I believe, hit that table. This is just a brutal. I mean, I can't. It seems brutal. The word brutal does not describe what we're watching.
It's almost underlying the fact of what's going on here. Now underhooking him there.
Could be going for the Psycho Driver too, the Supernatural Driver.
The table doesn't break. Necro hits very low, but there was no give on the bottom of that table.
Took out only. Unbelievable.
Still gas left in the Necro Butcher's tank. Although I gotta think that the light's gonna be coming on soon. He's gonna have to go to the gas station. But still in this match, very much so, out at 2. And Super Dragon gotta be thinking to himself, what do I have to do to put this mountain man away?
So far in this match, Super Dragon stood at the roadside with a 20 22 rifle.
Yes.
And shot holes in the gas tank of Necro
He
Butcher.
did.
But it's still not enough. There's
Running on fumes.
That's right. There's gas sloshing around in that tank just yet. As you can see, Necro Butcher just trying to throw those right hands, but with the broken hand is not being very effective thus far. At this point in this match, that hand that could have been Necro's saving grace after the powerbomb and the Psycho Driver 2 on the table.
Yeah, we've seen this before. This is the double stomp off the top rope onto the chair.
Super Dragon won many a guerrilla warfare match with this maneuver, but Necro, perhaps Necro was playing possum as he just got up. Opossum, indeed, and he got up and threw it.
Straight right hand. Might not be able to make the fist that he wants to make with that broken hand, but now open hand slaps. Now that'll work. Still has his left. Still has the left.
And Kevin Steen and Super Dragon had a very brutal guerrilla warfare match, but I would not.
Amazing! These fans may be as surprised as you and I are, Excalibur. Their minds blown.
I am speechless, Bryce. I cannot believe what I have just witnessed as Necro Butcher just took Super Dragon from the top floor to the basement.
The last move you thought you'd see the Necro Butcher uses busted out in this big match field, big match occasion. He needs to capitalize, though, get his wits about him long enough to realize he needs to drape any part of his body over Super Dragon, and if he does it this second, he very likely may be getting a 3 count.
Just goes to show how important this match is, as Necro Butcher with the lateral press. 2 count only as Super Dragon somehow able to kick out, and Necro, I think he had to dig deep into his bag of tricks.
Yes.
Necro is much like Felix the cat, but unable to use his cat-like agility to completely put away Super Dragon.
Much like Felix the cat. Now resorting to forearms because he can't use that. Big lariat!
And now with the cover,
the shoulders, 2
count as Super Dragon somehow able to kick out. Necro using every part of his arm except the fist to inflict the maximum amount of punishment on Super Dragon.
Yes, when your broken hand gives you lemon, you give him a lariat lemonade, and now picking him up to a vertical basis, going for it again.
The big straight right, but Super Dragon knew it was coming. What is this? Could be a German suplex. No,
roll by Necro. 2 count. No. Oh, if that match would end with an O'Connor roll, oh man.
What a story to tell your grandkids if you're Necro Butcher.
Necro looks to the sky and sees Pat O'Connor giving him a thumbs up from above. Just the match to use this in. Necro's tried his aerial attack. He's tried his ground wrestling attack. I don't know what he has left.
He's tried sheer brute force.
Absolutely. Weapons. And now he's Necro back on his feet.
This is it's pandemonium, Bryce.
Pandemonium.
It is confined right now. It is confined to the 4 posts of the ring, the four sides of the ring. But still, this match is just it is unbelievable.
Yes.
Kevin Steen and Necro Butcher had an out of control guerrilla warfare match. I would say that this is on the level, or perhaps even surpassing the match. And Necro Butcher very nearly defeated Joey Ryan earlier this year to become PWG World Champion, but instead Joey Ryan with his feet on the ropes, winning Necro Butcher.
That'd be something if Necro's PWG World Champion, but this the fans could feel it. The competitors.
A straight right hand.
No, Super Dragon says this big main event feel here in the Battle of Los Angeles, Night 2. Oh, straight to the jaw of Necro. Dragon not letting up to the ropes. Big lariat.
Takes him down. Necro almost thrown out of the ring by the force, the momentum of that lariat.
Dragon threw himself right into that, followed right through with that. Now he's down as well.
Everything he had, Bryce.
Both these two trying to figure out where they're at, and now picking him up by there. Both men back on their feet now.
Super Dragon, I believe after the punishment he's taken, he's got to be knocked loopy just a little bit. Now the violence
party. Necro Butcher's invited, and now
he's chopping him in the face. He's chopping him in the face. This is serious, Bryce.
In the face. Oh man! Now those trademark kicks of Super Dragon. No, Necro says no, thank you, sir.
A party of his own.
Yes.
The West Virginia Violence Parade happens once a year.
It does.
Twice on a leap year, but Necro Butcher pulling out all the stops.
Much less pretty decor at the violence party that Necro has, but now
Super Dragon
not dead yet.
The legs of Necro Butcher.
Both feet right on the. Unbelievable, these two. How bad do they want this victory? Super Dragon now. Oh, he's got a chair. No, he's going for the cover first. 1, 2, Necro out. That left shoulder of Necro just slipping out the back door. Still in this match.
Jesus, Harold Christ.
Yes. Christ on a cracker. These
Christ
two
on a Christmas cross.
These two, unbelievable what they're going for. Now taking that bent up chair, putting it around the Necro Butcher's face.
Oh, this cannot. This is not.
These two, the lengths they're going to, the hatred they have for each other at this exact moment.
Now you see Super Dragon is down on the floor. What he did there was he threw his entire momentum. Right. He got a bit of a running start and just threw his entire momentum, his entire fuel reserves behind that chair shot to the head. 1, 2. These two occasional partners, as a matter of fact, back on the East Coast, and for a mutual respect for each other, but there is no respect right now, not between these two, not what they're going through right now. This is all about the Battle of Los Angeles.
Yes, it is.
And these two men pulling out every single stop. There are no speed bumps, there are no roadblocks. There is just open freeway. These two men are just going 1,000 miles per hour at one another, and it's one of the most brutal contests I have ever witnessed.
Yes,
Bryce.
yes. Definitely the most brutal contest in the first round of the Battle of Los Angeles, and maybe even I haven't seen all the matches
after Frankie Kazarian powerbomb Scorpio Sky off the stage,
right.
and then was stabbed.
Yes. Not to discount what happened earlier, but this is insane. Now Super Dragon, remembering his old tricks there, going for the curb
You
stomp.
can see Necro holding onto the knee.
Knows what's coming. Has him scouted. He's teamed with him before.
But Super Dragon was punching Necro in the face.
Pulling that chair in the way, and now,
punches to the ribs.
Trying to get the wrists so he can.
The shot to the head.
Now,
he's got the wrist.
Holds on to the chair sandwich, not very tasty, and still those legs intertwined. Rick Knox might want to get in there.
I think the tooth to finger ratio is at about 40%.
Yeah. Necro's down the stop.
Necro Butcher and a miraculous display of ring awareness, or I don't even know what you want to attribute
I think
it to.
he's on instinct now, perhaps, Excalibur.
And Necro Butcher somehow kicks out, and Super Dragon again setting up the chair. Could be going for the foot stomps off the top with Necro Butcher's head laced through the seat. I don't know.
That cut again on that curb stomp.
I don't know what Super Dragon has in store. Slap to the face, and now Super Dragon picking up Necro Butcher. He's got him. He's going up to the corner. Could be going for a back suplex off the top through the chair.
Setting him on the top rope. But he's definitely has something in mind. He's strategically placing that chair. And now getting under him.
Necro's still dazed from the curb stomp. Now he's up. He's got him up